It's about time. Monday Night Raw is in my backyard here in Boston tonight. Raw returns to Boston before WrestleMania. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready. I'm not going, but I'm ready. I wish I was going. The Hart Foundation goes into the Hall of Fame. You want to talk about the Celtics sucking, the Bruins winning? I'll talk about anything, man. Today, it's about anything as always. Anything goes. Anything goes, episode number 19. Cronin Speaks, a show that's been a little segment that's been happening on this show for 5 years. Mix them together. You got Cronin Speaks, anything goes, and I got the phone lines I'm going to open in a few minutes, so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I got a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about, man. I'm having a good time today because I'm actually awake today. Dude, I was a zombie yesterday. I was like a fucking zombie walking around my house. Like, everything I did was like zombie-like. I'm so glad that Raw was not last night, because if Raw was last night, dude, it would have been one of those reviews that would have been just like pointless. I would have come on and I would have just said like, oh, I don't know, you got this, Jake, because I would have been a steaming pile of piss last night. What's up to the chat? How you guys doing? What's up, everybody? This is the 8th year of the show, man. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. It was around this time that I really started with the wrestling stuff back in 2013, even though I did start the show in 2012. So I just wanted to say, real big thank you to everybody who's been here this long or been coming in and out, and maybe you're back for the first time, for the second time, rather. Maybe you're back for the third time. Whatever it is. I very much appreciate you. It's good to see some familiar faces. It's good to hear from people who came back to watching the show, even who maybe they took time off wrestling or whatever. They took time off of whatever it was. Of course, my show has really become a whole hell of a lot more than wrestling at this point. So, despite the fact that we do wrestling heavily here, we also do so much more now. So it's really cool that the show was able to kind of expand into all the other things that it's kind of that it's expanded into. So I've been pretty appreciative of that. If you're on Patreon, make sure you know that me and Bailey's episode number 9 went up today. So just so you know, anybody who missed that, episode 9 of Bailey and Cronin is up there as well, just for the people who didn't know. And in a few minutes I will take phone calls, but right now I'm just trying to get these screens set up because sometimes these freaking screens, they don't want to cooperate. I talked about Becky and Charlotte and everything in my video earlier that I put up today, just a little while ago. You might have seen it. And, I get it. It's like, they booed the last main event, so it's like, what are you going to do? you going to be down on this? Because they booed the last main event. The last thing that the WWE did, they booed. You know, they booed the shit out of it. So, you know, what are you going to, you know, I don't know. How is this going to be any worse than Reigns and everything else that was done? No, I don't think so. A lot of people have been hitting me up for like moderator and shit like that. But, you know, honestly, dude, I don't even like that I think we have too many mods already. Like, I like all the mods. Like, do you understand how tough it is for me to make somebody a mod? Because I don't like doing it. Because then they get shit on and people get mad and people think they blocked them or somebody got blocked by somebody. So it's just such a pain in the ass. I wish I had like automatic mods or something. But or I wish that YouTube would unlock memberships for me so that way I could let you guys have cool emojis and stuff like that for memberships and for all the support and things like that you do. So then, you know, things would be kind of cool. But, you know, so like I don't want to add any more mods, to be honest. Like, I just don't think we really need it. You know, I'm not really into the whole thing. I know that I just did the purge a little while back and I unblocked everybody. And then really quick, you know, people were crazy and they had to go. But I tried to purge everybody. I tried the opposite of that.
Super chat party.
Whoa, shots fired.
So you were on being the elite briefly for the librarian stuff.
Oh, really? Was I? Did they say, like, what a loser? The elite. Shots fired, Christian. Thanks, man, for telling me that. I had no idea that I was on that. I love what they did with that. What a great idea, man. Just, like, put it out there. Do you know how many people sent them videos and had a fun time with that? Like, it was huge. It was huge. Shots fired, Christian, man. Thank you, Christian, for letting me know that. I had no idea. I haven't seen the new episode today yet. So I really appreciate that. Maybe we'll go take a look at it, man. Did Cody like say like, oh, that's the loser, or did they just like cut a bunch of things together and I was mixed into it? You'd have to tell me. Yeah, you really only need 5 or 10, 5 to 10, but you never know when they're gonna be here. You know. I'm down in coffee. I'm down in coffee. You know, I don't understand like why the damn event list is frozen right now. You know, it's completely frozen. So I'm sorry about that to people. Let me try to fix the event list. Ever since the Windows 10 update, Streamlabs has acted just bizarre. And I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how to fix that, you know, to be honest. I know that now I have to delete this frame and then delete this frame. And we'll I have to check out the being elite thing. I feel like I saw a couple librarians that I liked. You know, I saw a couple guys that, like, I think the type of guy they were really looking for, I think they were really looking for somebody who could be like a sidekick, funny dude who's like a kind of a try-hard, but at the same time really is like an annoying, like, bookworm piece of crap. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what they're really looking for. Not really somebody to wrestle either, but just somebody like that. And I felt like I felt like that would be fun. It showed my Twitter really quick. Oh, is that all it was? Have to check it out. Somebody timestamp it for me. Let me know. I am not high. No. Jesus, if I was high, dude. That's why I don't smoke weed. Really, I don't really smoke because it's like when I smoke, I just go into like frozen mode. I go into like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't play video games. People always like, oh, dude, let's smoke and play some video, like, play some PUBG or something. It's like, dude, then I'm gonna suck. When I smoke, I start getting this, like, euphoric, like, dribble stare. You know, like, oh, like, that's what happens. So I don't understand, like, I commend all you potheads out there that can smoke weed and play video games, because, like, that, to me, like, watching that is, like, fucking amazing. I'm watching this, I'm like, wow, like, these guys... Really, like, this is what you can do? You're like a fucking superhero, dude. You guys are like superheroes to me. Because, like, when I smoke weed, I become handicapped, okay? Like, I'm like one of those people that definitely should not drive while high. Like, reactionary time for me just goes to shit. So Smoking weed in video games does not work for me, you know? It's just bullshit. Coop Harrison, Coop the Comedian in the chat. Yo, Coop, what's up, Coop? With the 539 marker. Look at that. And someone else might have said it too, but thanks to everybody. But Coop, man, it's good to hear from you, Coop. What's up, baby? Check out Coop the Comedian on YouTube. He's got an epic comedy set list, man, that he features on his YouTube channel, plus podcasts and so much more. It's super chat. The guy's a good, funny guy, man. It's
Hey, Pizzi, I've changed my name to Andale.
Oh, Andale. Like, Andale? Like, APZ. What's up, APZ? How you doing, man? Good to hear from you, man. Shout out to you.
Give me a hell yeah!
I got no tolerance.
Hey, Joe, thanks for getting me away from work. The Bailey and Cronin pod was legit. You guys should do more wrestling-centric ones like this last one. #gold. Love your brother.
Cole,
keep it up.
Cole Zeller, thanks for the 316. Me and Bailey originally started that way, but Bailey just doesn't watch wrestling right now. Like, that's that me and Bailey used to do wrestling shows all the time, but quite frankly, he just doesn't watch wrestling anymore. Super chat. Super chat.
I'll give you $2 every day if you make me a mod.
Damn.
Upside down face.
Mike Litterus. I love you, Mike. I just don't want to make everybody a mod, dude. Like, I don't want to do it. I feel like you give me $2 a day anyway, though. Super chat. What the fuck's in this for me? Chat.
What up, Joe? When you have time, see the movie Us.
Were you the one that said that the other Kayfabe Kermack? Thanks, man. Either you told me the other day, or multiple people told me to watch the movie Us. Okay, let's go check out the Being Elite thing real quick. We'll take a look at it. We'll see what they did. But yeah, I mean, I just don't want to make. I mean, maybe. But I just don't want to make everybody a mod, man. That's stupid. And then you don't want to be mod either. Like you don't want to be a mod, okay? Because if you're a mod, it's like then you got to deal with all this bullshit, and like I'm already thinking right now, like shit. What do I do? Because the worst thing is to take away a wrench, you know, once you get it, because then people get upset. And it's like, I'm already feeling heat from people now, like about, like, I got blocked somehow, and I'm trying to figure out why these certain people are getting blocked and shit. So, you know, I basically originally only wanted like 3 to 4 mods, and now I've got about 7 or 8. And I just don't, man, I don't want to do any more. It's not, it doesn't give you a status, really. Like, it's like, most of my mods are people that I've known for over 3 years here. So I'm like, okay. And there was even one guy that I took his thing away a while ago, and he's gone now, of course, because he was doing fucked up shit. He was actually, like, promoting weird shit, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? And then he kept doing it, I guess, and I saw it, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, and so then I was like, well, I just took it away, and I was like, no problem, man. I just, you know, I don't want to do all that. You know, I can't trust him as a mod. And then he left for good. And it's like, well, you know, I don't want that to happen. So it just gets weird. You know, it's not worth it. I don't like mod stuff. So that's the basic idea of it. All right, let's check out Being Elite and see exactly what everybody's talking about. Yeah, because originally if you hashtagged librarian, I came up like first every time. So, but I guess not now, you know? Oh yeah, there was like a quick little blip. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Hey, I made the show slightly. That's kind of cool. I made the trending page is what it is of Being Elite. Being Elite episode 144. All right, well, thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate that. And there I am. I am here, the librarian. I will leave a bookmark on AEW. Dude, it's a good thing I didn't write something messed up, right?
Remember that when you have big hearts, you can be elite at anything. Are you all in?
This is Joey Ryan.
Okay. 3, 2.
Wow.
Wow.
Joey Ryan could have been a librarian. He's already having a penis party at WrestleMania. Why does he need to be there when he's having a penis party? He doesn't need to be there. Hey, the first person that I see in the chat, in the comments, that mentions Joe Cronin, we're gonna have to go ahead and give him a shout out of the Being Elite video. Although I see a lot of people that I recognize down there. Very interesting stuff. Well, it wouldn't be an Anything Goes or a Cronin Speaks if somebody didn't show up who had a gigantic erection. So here he is, Tommy NC 2010. What's up, big erection Tommy NC?
I mean, I don't really have an erection right now, so I'm
Yeah, you say that. You say that, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe you, Tommy. I don't know if I ever believe you, to be honest.
Well, dude, I'm not really attracted to you, so
I didn't say anything about being attracted to me. I just said,
well, you do look like a badass today. You know, with the black hat and the black shirt, and you look good tonight.
The black stuff makes me a badass.
Oh yeah, you know, you look like you're out to kick ass.
I am, dude. I'll fuck somebody up, dude. Are you kidding me? I don't need you to tell me that I'll fuck somebody up. So I'll fuck somebody up. Hashtag it. Hashtag it. Hashtag it. Hashtag it. Hashtag it. I'll fuck somebody up. Sorry, I lost my mind there for a minute. Man, I'm really happy, man. Tommy, we've known each other now. When did you find my show? 2015 or 14? Been a while.
I can't remember exactly. I just remember watching the Undertaker. I think it was after the Undertaker was defeated.
Yes, that's what it is. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Tommy. I've known you for 5 years, longer than anybody in my community. And let me tell you something else. Jesse J is on the phone too, and I've known him for about 6 years. Jesse, would you say 6 years?
Yeah. And Tommy was just a little shortly after that.
6 years and 3 stab in the backs later, and here we are. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I love it. Like, I'll never forget, like, when Tommy very first called it, he's just like, Joe, could you be on my podcast? And he fucking hung up on us like, I'm not going to be on your podcast. And next thing, here we are 6 years later.
No, technically somebody else hung up on me because I was like, I called in the show for the very first time, and I was so nervous because I was like, I had been watching the show, and I was like, I don't know if I should call into the show. I feel like these guys are going to rip me an asshole. And, like, it was your formal co-host that kicked me off and threw me over the top rope.
Wow.
Because
well, he was always jealous of you. I got to tell you. I will say that he was always, like, legit always jealous of you.
What?
He gave this look like, I don't know, Joe.
Can we talk?
I still talk to your formal co-host. I don't think he's ever been jealous of me.
Oh yeah, whatever. He says that, but I know the truth. I mean, I know the truth. Whatever. I mean,
okay.
Some people don't want to admit it. I know what he talked. I know what he talked about behind the scenes. Is all I'm saying. You know, and you fucking paid for something. Tommy, I want to show. We had a little fight. I don't want to mention names, but we had a little fight on Corrupted with somebody. Well, with each other and with somebody. And during that, Tommy was trying to like cut into the guy and cut a promo on him. And basically, I interrupted and made a joke and like was like, "Oh!" And I yelled at Tommy, and I think he stopped because he heard my voice. And Tommy's face like during this is the funniest thing, and I've made all kinds of cuts to it that are pretty soon are going to be. Tommy, you're going to enjoy it when I release this. How's your thing coming? Your you know, the documentary or whatever.
We just started working on it. With this past Saturday, we just started working on. We got the first part of it done. We still have a long way to go.
Yeah, you got into it and you were like, wow, this is gonna be nuts.
It is, because like we have to edit certain things out and like certain names and like certain things and like cut things together and like edit things down and just make it beautimous, you know, like just like something that people want to sit in and watch. And like at the same time, I want people to enjoy this, but also I want people to be a little bit sad and a little bit happy at the same time with this documentary.
Tommy, here it is. Look at this. Watch this. Jesse, watch it. Oh, wait, let me put the video on so you guys can see it. Look at this. Watch his change right here.
Fuck, I can't
That's
hear
a face I'm gonna kill you. That's basically a face that I'm gonna murder you.
Oh, can you hear it now?
He dashed.
No.
Fuck
you!
I heard everything I've done.
What is that right there when he fucking stops?
You know what it is? I'm telling you, he was yelling at somebody, and I yelled like, and and that like he thought
he looks like I don't know what he just stops and it's just like, oh fuck.
He immediately stops, dude. He's like, look, it was just really funny. Let me play a couple of these. Let me see if I can get the sounds to play for you guys. Just keep talking to each other offline, and I'm gonna mute you, and you should get this. Let's beast.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Super chat. Super chat.
Angle Styles SD thoughts.
Angle Styles on SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, I like it, I guess. I think Randy Orton will probably interfere, Matt Hendricks. What's up, Matt the Misfit? Dude, is this the go-home show for WrestleMania? I don't even know.
El Generico will return to beat Lashley.
Really? El Generico versus Lashley. And then you're saying, like, Finn Balor's going to... What's Finn Balor going to do? Then he's going to get The Undertaker? I still want to go with my whole real live greatness. What's up, real live greatness? I still want to go with my sort of prediction of The Undertaker interrupting Elias. Or somebody big is going to interrupt Elias at WrestleMania. I would think. Because he has no match. So, and I know that's happened before. Yeah. But we'll see.
Hey, Tommy. Buzz, 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 buzz.
That's Tommy's whole life. Put it in airplane mode. I don't know. Hey, you guys hear these now?
No.
What the fuck?
Working.
All right, let me try again. Yo, Dave, what's up, man?
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
I'm gonna get these to work eventually. Hold on, let's see. Whew, it's time for these. What's up to the chat? What's up, guys? Yeah, it looks like I made it onto being elite for like 2 seconds. Interesting. That's kind of cool, I guess. Semi-elite.
Let's beast!
Let's see if I undid these sounds.
Mute button is very difficult to find, you know?
You guys got the... Can you hear these sounds?
No.
What the hell? You still can't hear them? What the fuck?
No.
All right, keep
talking. Yeah, you think with this many people, you think it'd already...
Yeah.
Hit, but...
Hey, Tommy, just yell right now into the mic. I'm going to mute you. Just go ahead and yell, Tommy. See if that works. No, I'm not even joking. Yeah. Okay. Eventually we'll figure this out, god damn it. I was hoping there was another donation. I was going to play that so it would work, but let's try this. Let's try this.
Because you farted on my husband.
Leah, be quiet. Be quiet, Leah, damn it. Because you farted on my husband. All right, let's try this. Let's see. If I play this, will this work? I don't know. Tommy, give me a thumbs up if you hear this. Or, you can hear that? Wow, okay.
Yo, hands up, don't shoot. Oh my god, I just destroyed you. With all that I do, you're chasing clout too. How miserable is you? You talk tough.
Tommy is giving me the thumbs up, which means he wants it in his butthole. Dave Rose is on the phone. What's up, Dave?
What's up, guys? Is that a super chat?
No, we're good. I muted.
Oh, okay. I heard a little feedback. Number one, I wanted to say that on Friday afternoon, after 2 years and $30 million of your tax money, the Mueller report came out proving yet again what was said from the very beginning, that there was absolutely no Russian collusion between Trump and his campaign and so forth. Wow. So right now, salt prices have just dropped on the stock market because people are so salty and so sad that their president wasn't proven to be a Russian agent, that they just can't handle that. and it's pathetic.
Wow.
Think what you want about Trump, but the fact is your money and 2 years have been wasted distracting from actual important issues like homelessness, for example, or healthcare, with this whole orange man bad and, you know, they're going to find some sort of proof. And now all these people that were saying Mueller is our savior, he's going to catch Trump, they flipped on him saying, oh, he must have been paid off by the Russians and stuff. It's absolutely pathetic.
Wow.
But
is that why Rachel Maddow was having like a malfunction?
Yes, that's why she cried. That's why she was
cried
having that
again?
second breakdown.
She cried again?
Yep, on air.
Listen,
now maybe she just turns. Sorry.
I mean, I don't care what side you're on and who you believe in, whatever, but this lady or whatever she is cries way too much, like on air about everything.
And you know what the worst part about that is that it's an attempt to actually get people to side with you emotionally, you know, because obviously the human nature is, oh, you see someone crying, you want to reassure them, you want to help them out and so forth. And really what we're watching right now, whether it be Fox News, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, whatever, it's all propaganda, all of it. And they're trying to convince you that they're all actually discerning, like, oh, you know, was it Fox News said that, like, you know, they said something about their standard, like, oh, we're, you know, where we check out the news or something like that. And CNN was, you know, saying something very similar. They're both sides of the same coin. You know, they pretend to act like they're against each other, but it's clear that they're not.
Hey, it could be true, man. I'm definitely, I would love to do a whole show on that off the air to put up somewhere, because there's a lot to be talking about here, and I have to do a little bit of research myself on it all.
I'm not going to bore everyone with more politics talk, but what I'm calling in to tell you is $30 million of your money has been basically wasted to prove what everyone already knew in the first place.
That's a great point, man. Nobody cares either. Nobody cares.
We need to change the flag to like white and orange stripes. Just get it over with.
White and orange? What does that mean?
Just to piss people off.
Aw, that's so cute.
Oh, and another thing, a report that came out, I think, today, which is very, very sad, is that 50% of adult Americans cannot read. They're basically illiterate, and they cannot read at an 8th grade level.
I believe that based on me.
Are you saying they can't read or they can't
comprehend? Tommy, I don't know what you're laughing at, because we're definitely based on you.
Yes.
They gave your retarded ass a diploma, so like, let's just, like, if anybody needs to search about why there's a problem, they gave Tommy a diploma. Now listen, Tommy, I love you, man, and you're a great guy, and you're better than me maybe, but my point is, like, academically, it's like, come on. I mean, you're just giving everybody the same level. It doesn't matter. I mean, I got the same job. Do you know how many people at my former job, I worked there for 4 years, working this job. Do you know how many people were, like, just out of college or, like, had to provide their college degree, like, they were so happy to provide their college diploma when they got hired? Do you know what they did to me when I went in there? They were like, you know, they were asking me about college and all these other things. And on their website, it says, requires a college degree. Okay. I get in there, and my whole resume, all these other things. And at the end, they were like, you didn't fill out anything on your college stuff. And this is after my, interview was over. And I was like, oh, yeah, I really only did some college. I've just been working for years. And they were like, oh, okay. And they hired me. So everybody that was like, oh, I got my diploma.
Great point.
Dude, like, you don't need all the time. You don't need it. Research this stuff, because you may not need the diploma. So you can probably you can get any job you want if you have social skills.
Basically.
Dave's right. And now in some cases, that's a bad thing. In some cases, that's a good thing. Like in my case, listen, I became a manager of a customer service, you know, in a pretty big company. That's not bad. But some of the people that get in, like, the private sector or public works or the governments and maybe more important positions that are idiots, you know, that's worrisome.
I think you're sort of like just forcing everything together into one sort of definition. But here's the thing, in my opinion at least, that college basically is a college degree in most cases, not all, is an overpriced piece of toilet paper.
Right.
There, like you said, it's not just necessarily about social skills. It's that if somebody has enough interest, say, for example, in becoming a car mechanic, and they're not necessarily someone who's going to study and read books and stuff, but more importantly, when being a car mechanic, a lot of that stuff is from actual experience. And that is how you learn that stuff. So it doesn't matter whether or not you have this piece of paper, like a $40,000 piece of paper that's worthless. If you can apply skills, if you can demonstrate competence, like you said, most of the time you don't need a college degree. Employers are actually quite aware of this. The schools are the ones that are trying to brainwash you into thinking that you need to go to college, and parents too. Parents are a big problem here. Trade schools are where you need to go if you want to make good money.
They need money, and that's the thing. The schools need the money to keep going. The prisons need the money to keep the people that smoked marijuana in the jail. All this stuff is the same type of thing, and it all is surrounded by money, because money keeps your family alive, keeps your house. Maybe you got expensive yachts. These people don't want to give back anything that they had. There's a theory behind that, and I forget what it's called, but we're going to take phone calls in a minute. We'll talk about anything. Real quickly, I want to bring it back to wrestling. I want to bounce around and talk about anything, because anything goes. So keep in mind what Dave said. Please email me with what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, Joe Cronin Show, yahoo.com. And a new Bailey and Cronin went up on Patreon earlier. Some of that will be shared on YouTube as well. And me and Dave and Jesse and maybe even Jake will talk about some of this stuff too, maybe on a later episode that I get out there. Final Frontier News. What else do we got? Tonight's the Raw review in Boston. Tonight, I am telling you guys, I really believe Boston is going to be hot tonight. A lot of my former friends who are like Attitude Era fans, that's what I call them, because they dropped off. But by about 2004, 5, 6, 7, and 8, they dropped off of wrestling. They are all geared up, man. They're all at the meet and greets right now. I just saw people that I have on Facebook that had no idea. I had one guy say, I haven't watched wrestling in 6 years, Dan. They use my real name, obviously. And then he was like, dude, I happened to go on WWE's website looking for he said he went looking for my show, and he found my Tough Enough video from WWE on YouTube. And then the guy was like, wow, I didn't know like you did wrestling. And all these people, and I was telling him, I'm like, dude, why are you going to wrestling tonight? He goes, I just heard, I kept seeing the commercials on TV, and apparently they were showing like retro type commercials, like anybody could be at WrestleMania, and they're showing like Steve Austin stunning people and the Undertaker tombstoning people.
Oh, so they're like doing that whole thing to try and get old school fans interested.
I think they did it to get old school fans in Boston to Raw. And I'm thinking that this might be a sellout tonight. I could be wrong, but this probably is a sellout tonight.
I'm glad you brought that up about the commercials, because I was going to ask you when you said all these people that you knew were going to go. I was like, well, what the fuck's bringing them all to the show? Is something good happening on Raw? Or
just
what?
Nostalgia. You're going to hear nostalgia, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all the people that I talk to on Facebook that are going for the first time in a while. Maybe they're the bleachers people. You know, I don't know, but based on what I'm seeing, the type of hype from my friends on Facebook, and it's a trending thing. I'm on my Facebook page. Once in a while, I see someone post about wrestling, but usually it's a wrestler that I'm friends with from the indies or something like that. But I'm seeing actual old fans and friends from high school and middle school all posting about being at Raw or meeting somebody right now, Seth Rollins, Becky, whatever, and they're all talking about how they loosely watch it. Some of them are posting old stuff, and they're like, I don't even know who the wrestlers are now, but I'm going. So, like, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like there's quite the nostalgic atmosphere tonight, so you should get a decent crowd.
If that's the case, then, what do you expect their reactions to be if they don't get a good show, or if perhaps, you know, there's a segment that's shitty or something? Obviously, they're not going to be throwing batteries these days, although that might get WWE to start fixing shit. But what do you think? Like, will they pull a Toronto? Will they pull a Bizarro World? Will they start to boo?
I don't think so. I think because most people, like a lot of the like 20% of the crowd tonight isn't going to even know what the hell's going on, and then you're going to get a mix of people. The Boston crowd isn't what the Boston crowd used to be. The Boston crowd used to be badass, and now Boston is very. I call it like similar to Pittsburgh. We're not Philly anymore. You know, Boston used to be kind of like Philly and Chicago and New York, and LA's kind of like that way a little bit now too. But Boston used to be like a real loud, badass crowd. In fact, Bruce Prichard recently on his podcast referenced the fact that they considered Boston to be the #3 arena all time for the company. There was both New York arenas, and then there was, you know, Connecticut, but then it was Boston, really. Philly and Boston and New York. And Boston really isn't the same way it was back before WrestleMania 14, and Boston isn't the same way they were during the Attitude Era. It's a very blue-collar, Philly-like crowd. The only difference is the people here in Boston at this point, like, they call this stuff, you know how in Philly there's this, like, very, like, it's this badass blue-collar, like, you know, they want blood and all these other things, but they go to the shows. But what happens, what I've noticed what happens in Boston is the fans don't go to the show. They say, nah, that's gay. I'm not going. Like, that's,
yes.
So, like, that's the difference between Philly and Boston now is, like, Philly still, the fans still go. Although I think recently we've heard the Philly crowd back off. But Philly people would go and they'd be like, come on, tear his fucking arm off. Whatever the fuck they say in Philly. I don't fucking know. Bunch of fucking cocksuckers, you Philadelphia goddamn Phillies.
Shit-eating fucks.
Fuck you, Philly, you flyer fucks. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm not. But no, in Boston.
Fuck you, gritty.
But Boston is like, hey, you know, in 1988, the Boston fans were like, hey, you gonna go see that wrestling show? Yeah, dude, let's go see that wrestling show. That shit's weird. That's crazy. In the 90s, in the late 90s, though, when Steve Austin was here, it was like, fuck yeah, dude, we're gonna go to the show. Like, it was like everybody was going. But now it's like, hey, you going to the show? And somebody goes, that fucking gay shit? Like, I ain't going to that shit. What are you fucking... Dude, I'll go to UFC. Like, I'm not gonna... What a bunch of fucking guys in underwear fucking each other. Like, that's what it sounds like. Like, I'm not even joking. But when Austin was on, even 2007, a lot of Boston guys would be like, hell yeah, The Rock and Stone Cold and shit, let's go. And then they weren't there, and they were like, huh? You know, then they stopped going. That I'm just giving you like that. To me, that's the perspective of Boston. But what you're getting is a lot of families now, so you're getting a mix of both crowds. So my point is, you're gonna, from what we've seen in Boston tonight at Raw, you're gonna see a half and half. You're gonna see a lot of families who would cheer for Roman Reigns, but then you're gonna see. But here's the other thing, Dave, and everybody listening. The interesting thing about Boston is we are loud, usually pretty loud, and so what's different is you're gonna hear the Roman fans. And the family casual fans, they're gonna be louder. They're gonna be louder than the southern smaller crowds that kind of cheer for Roman. They're gonna be actually into it though. It's weird. Like, you're going to hear people into the good guys and into the casual shit. So the casual fans are almost as loud as the angry old fans. It's weird. So at least that's what we've been feeling the last few years in Boston. Philadelphia crowds now, you're seeing a lot of families starting to go to the Philly shows now too. The hardcore, really cool, old school wrestling fans in Philly, those guys, they don't go unless it's like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble now, because I think the Philly fans have started to be like, this is dumb. Fuck going to Raw. So even the passionate Philly fans backed off too.
Super chat. What's up, Joe?
What's up, Casey?
I'm so wet, dripping from my boxers.
Hell yeah, baby. Drip from your boxers. What the fuck, Casey? Yeah, I hope people go crazy for Sasha, man. I love
if they
Sasha.
are loud, at least that's something that I could look forward to.
I don't think that usually Boston isn't like the top 5 anymore, but they're still in the top tier.
The reason I say that is just because another aspect about watching wrestling where you see people actually pouring their heart into, you know, giving you a good show, and the audience just sits on their hands. You know, that actually takes away, in my opinion, from the enjoyment of watching a show.
Oh yeah, dude. John Burke, thanks for subbing to the channel. No, you're absolutely right, man. Tommy, you okay?
Sorry.
What was going on just now? Are you okay?
I just allergies.
Oh my god, I thought you were having a heart attack. If anybody could have seen what he was doing. Sorry.
So it's official, everyone or most of everyone from the Attitude Era are really old now or passed on to a better place. I think it's time wrestling needs to move on from the past and make a new future and a now. They need to trust and build new stars.
Jacob, I agree. I mean, listen, dude, I've been on so many rants about this. People are probably sick of hearing me speak about it, but First of all, I want to say thank you, Jacob, for the donation, man. Guys, all the donations are on as always. That's how you can support the show. But here's the thing. And I know I got a full line of Dave Rose and Jesse and Tommy, and we're all going to talk. And I am going to take phone calls in a minute, too. I've got even the phone lines open. Here's the thing, man. And listen, I love you guys. I want to have sex with everybody. But here's the thing. You're right. There are no new built stars, and for the most part, there are no mega stars. It's not a big deal. Like Reigns is okay. Reigns is like Diesel, like Lex Luger or something. Seth Rollins is like, I don't know, like Bret Hart, early on Bret Hart or something. But they're not Bret Hart. That's the thing. They're just not these wrestlers. You can try to compare them, but you really can't. This has become exactly what Vince McMahon wanted. Vince McMahon was always paranoid. Like, when there's a #1 guy, that person could hold the company hostage. Because if there's one guy that everybody's really paying to see over everything else, and everything else just kind of falls in a line. And Bruce Prichard, if you listen to him... Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, Joe.
You don't have to mute. I just was, like, worried about you.
No, I'm fine, man. Just allergies. Just some stuff messing with me.
Is it really just allergies?
Just like tickle in my throat occasionally I get sometimes.
All right, man.
You should take, or you want to take something, or?
I'm good.
All right, well, yeah, don't worry, man. If you got to get up and move, do whatever you want. But no, Jesus Christ, I just was worried you're okay. But no, Tommy's okay. All right, good. I get them too, man. I get them like for a couple.
Oh, Joe.
Yo.
I have a question for you. I'm sorry. I know you're on a narrative right now.
I'm in the middle of a rant, yeah. But no, let me go back to it. I'll go back to it. No, you asked me the question. Go ahead.
All right. I recently made a post on both all my social medias about doing a challenge about who likes seeing somebody get hurt the most on my channel. And I said, who would you like to see get tased the most? Me or Hamza? Who do you think you would want to see tased in a video on my channel? Me or Hamza?
Are you trying to die? Are you trying to die with your heart? You want to be tased?
What kind of voltage we talking about?
I know Jesse. Jesse's coming right now thinking about this. Like he wants.
If you've got to do, if you're gonna do Hamza, make sure he's wearing that ICP makeup so it's
Well, you can tell the government you caught a gang member. I'll tell, dude. I don't know, man. That's
hilarious. How the government has actually declared ICP as I think they're a domestic terrorist group or a gang at least.
Yeah. What is it? Isn't it like Antifa isn't, but ICP is?
But the kids in the fucking face paint. Yeah, they're the terrorists. They're the bad guys.
Yeah, the kids in the and I get that. Like, yes, okay. So maybe a lot of ICP fans, like a group of them are, happen to be criminals and do things that are whatever. But it's like, dude, there's so much.
90% of them just like butt sex. That's all it is.
They're not going to bomb a post office. You know?
Yeah. I mean, so what? They shoplifted or something? Like, dude, that tells you all you need to know right there. That certain groups are not terrorist organizations. Well, is the KKK terrorist?
I think they are actually considered a domestic terrorist group.
Okay, well that's fine because they should be. But in fact that Antifa isn't and ICP,
it's so stupid.
It's more that ICP is considered, and I don't even like them really. But it's like they shouldn't be. Some kid going out and buying an album, an ICP album, and then he gets a tattoo or wears a shirt. He's considered a gang member. What the fuck, dude?
I heard recently about ICP. Is they're a Christian band. And they have Christian, like...
Probably wrong ICP, I'm guessing.
I heard recently that Tommy NC was in shape.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Tommy. That wasn't nice. I'm not in shape. I'm fat. I love you, man. I don't want you to do that. I swear to God, that zapping shit, you're going to get hurt. And, dude...
but I was going to say...
Nobody wants to see Hamza.
The only time I've ever been zapped on my channel was Mailbox... 34, if you're wanting to watch that. Juke Squad, if you remember him, the guy jumps off jumps off like docks and stuff like that. When he came across me in 2016, he sent me a freaking bug zapper for Mailbox Monday.
Oh no!
And if you wanted to see me get shocked and like get a laugh out of it, that's on my channel.
Oh man,
I'm not a sadist, but thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch that. What episode?
Alexa, what does sadist mean?
Oh my god, imagine if we got Tommy a sadist shirt and he wore it and then he was zapped wearing that shirt. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Actually, I like that. That's a piece of art.
What's a sadist mean?
That.
It's like you're
to like to see people hurt is basically a sadist.
I don't like to see people hurt.
No, but
or you yourself like.
But if you're getting zapped and you're like, oh, and you're wearing that shirt, like that's kind of like it's funny.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought like sadist meant like devil worshiper.
No,
or
that's
something like
a
that.
Satanist.
Yeah, Satanist. Yeah. Like
either way, you're going to hell if you zap yourself.
You know, you kind of are.
Ricky, it's jalapeno. It's not jalapeno.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh my god, dude, you are one nasty bastard. You are one nasty bastard.
Excuse me.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna throw up. Dude, you're gonna shit yourself when you get zapped.
You know what's kind of funny?
Super chat party.
Vincent DeBear.
Tell Road Dog to hook it up.
Vincent DeBear, thanks, man. You tell him to hook it up. He's got me muted, I think, on Twitter.
What's funny is I actually thought that was his phone.
Oh, really? You know, it's sad that I didn't get to see Road Dogg here in Boston or any of the guys or anybody else because the last 3 years were really fun. But also, I think Road Dogg has me muted, so even if I tweet him, it doesn't matter. I just kind of tweet him to be funny nowadays. Although he did respond the other day, so maybe I'm not muted. Maybe he just muted. He was like, I'm not talking to him. Charlie Caruso, WWE announces Real Kurt Angle's farewell tour continues tonight. Yeah, we heard about that. He's going to face, what, AJ Styles, I think they said?
About to get it, man.
Unless they changed it.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go.
Riff Reaper.
Oh, no.
Can you answer my call, Joe? I'm dying to talk to you for a minute about the main event.
Yeah,
I'm
Riff.
heated, bro. I hate it.
I'm heated. Wow, Riff
Yeah, seriously,
Reaper.
I don't think it's fair to have two women go up against a man. That's just not cool.
Oh God, what if Charlotte wins, dude? You think people just like are gonna freak out?
I hope they throw chairs.
Well, last year they booed the main event. They booed the men, right? And I feel so like Seth and Brock Lesnar not being in it, like that's fine because they're not going to be there and whatever else. Jabroni Jabber Podcast in the chat. What's up, Jabroni Jabber Podcast? Please, guys, go check him out. Give him a sub for the fuck of it, and give him a few weeks chance. Jabroni Jabber Podcast. Jabroni Jabber Podcast. He is a $25 supporter on the Patreon and gets all access to everything I do ever on Patreon. And he's plugging the show because he's got a good podcast.
Executive producer.
Yeah, there you go. And
Tier unlocked.
Meanwhile, Dave Rose with your what 5th or 6th episode the other day.
Oh my God! Yeah, that ended up going 5 hours.
I haven't watched it.
I had no idea we were going to do that.
Not subbing to a Leafs fan. Sorry, Elias said.
I'm not a Leafs fan.
But
though.
no, he's talking
I
about
hate the Leafs.
No, he's talking about Jabroni Jabber.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'm a Bruins fan, and you're sub to me, Elias. What the hell are you talking about? It's worse, right?
No. Because the thing is, though, Boston still is better than the Leafs. It's just as simple as that.
What? But I mean, dude, you're a Montreal Canadiens fan. I mean, you know, you can't think that Boston is better than Toronto.
Absolutely, you can. You know what the biggest problem with Toronto is?
What's
Their
that?
fans.
Their
It's
fans?
the fans. The fans are the worst ever. They will continue. They're the ones that caused all these ticket prices to skyrocket in price. A normal person
fans are the
under a
problem?
normal salary can't get to the game, even in the nosebleeds. And a lot of the time, all the good seats are basically taken by executives that buy them in bulk, and they're not even there for most of the show. And the Toronto fans lap it up every year, delude themselves, saying, oh, this is the year, until you start doing what Montreal does, where you actually get violent and mad at your own hockey team, boycott them, and you actually are willing to riot. Then the company realizes, shit, you know, we got to take care of these hockey fans, or they're going to kill us. In Toronto, they're all just a bunch of dick suckers.
Well, let me say this about that. The comparison, I compare this to the Red Sox.
Please continue, Jesse Ventura. Let me tell you this about that.
Well, let me tell you about this. In Boston, what's happened here
is the Red Sox. This same thing happened to the Red Sox. I got to do Navy SEAL to get the sound. But no, really in Boston, right?
Happened.
Even in 02 and 01, the seats were like empty and sporadic, and you could get or I can't think of the word, but it's spaced out. I don't know, but you could get
like Raw.
You could get $15 tickets almost anywhere in the park at some points or maybe like 99, 98 before Pedro really took off. But my point is, it wasn't until 2004 when the Boston Red Sox finally broke the 86-year curse of no championships that all of a sudden we call them pink hats here, because all the women started showing up who didn't even like baseball, and they were like, I'm at Fenway, haha, Jimmy Fallon made a movie about this, and everybody's talking about Boston. Remember, everybody got Boston fever in like 04, 05, 06, like everybody around the country like loved us for like 2 years or something. And the ticket sales to this day are fucked, because all these rich people from all over New England and the world come to Fenway and they pay for the tickets, but your average Boston person, for the most part, unless they sit way in the back and it's a small ballpark, they don't get tickets. It's hard as shit to get in. So,
but when was the last time you guys won a Stanley Cup?
But David, here's the point: we won the World Series like 5 times now, or 4 times since then, right? But Toronto still hasn't won. Why is a team's ticket price raping their fans who haven't been paid off? Forget Stanley Cup for Toronto Maple Leafs. What about playoffs? What has there been 3 playoffs appearances in 20 years? And your prices are the most in the league? What the fuck?
Yep. But they keep paying it. That's why they keep thinking, oh, we can do this. And then there was that little dipshit, I think it was in 2015 or something, that came into the Leafs and wanted to use metrics and numbers and garbage to determine how to, create your lines and to plan your strategies and stuff. It's bullshit. Hockey's a feeling. It's an understanding of a very intricate art. It's not numbers. And I'm a book smart numbers guy. I know hockey isn't that way.
Oh, I know. And you are in Toronto, right, Dave?
I used to be.
Oh,
I
you
moved out of Toronto.
Oh, good for you.
But I lived most of my life in Toronto, and I just saw that from everybody. Just this constant dick sucking of, oh, this is the year, we got to support Toronto. It's like, but no, they jack up the prices. They make us look like idiots by, stating, look at these great purchases that we've made and these deals and stuff. And all for naught. And like you said, the playoffs alone should be the biggest indicator to the Toronto fan that this team hates you.
I agree.
They hate you.
That's what we used to say about the Bruins too, because before 2011, and I think the Bruins won in spite of their dumb fucking ownership. They traded Joe Thornton, and that trade went to shit. Dude, that trade was bullshit. We got like nothing. And granted, a few years later, we got Chara and stuff like that, but the Bruins. And listen, I got a call on the phone, 646. Hang in there for a second. I'll get you on in a minute. The Bruins traded Joe Thornton, and we got like garbage for him. I don't even remember who we got now. One of them was Marco Sturm. He was probably the best thing we did get. But in the end, it was a joke. It killed the team after the year lockout. And then we got Dave Lewis as a coach. Dave Lewis was a pussy. That team was awful. The Bruins were like... I thought the Bruins were gonna fuck the other team. Like,
that's hilarious,
dude. Dave Lewis, if you're listening, you're a pussy. You look like you had a Hitler stash. You suck, Dave Lewis.
Speaking of pussies, Rio McLovin says he's mad because he doesn't live in Toronto. I lived in Toronto literally for 99% of my life. Okay,
you are Toronto. You're from Toronto. I
can tell you streets downtown, like, just off the back of my head. I can tell you how to, like, take shortcuts to get basically anywhere. I know that city like the back of my hand. Don't tell me that I'm sad because of not living in Toronto.
Right.
Oh, you hate on my city. No, that's my city, bitch. I lived there probably longer than you've even been alive. So shut the fuck up.
Wow. Yeah, Dave is a self...
But at least Jabroni Jabber is much more... See, he's the non-typical Toronto resident. He's not stupid. He actually recognizes that the Leafs suck and that, some of the stuff that I'm saying is true, or at least that he can see where I'm coming from. That's the non-typical Toronto resident who actually uses the brain. The typical Toronto resident votes for a piece of shit like Mayor Tory, who's currently in power, and he's a piece of garbage.
Okay, so they're not doing, not to switch gears real quick, but they are not doing AJ Styles versus Angle tonight. Now Matt Hendricks with it in the chat that Samoa Joe will face Kurt Angle. So tonight, all of a sudden, so it went from AJ Styles versus Angle to now Samoa Joe versus Angle. So we're gonna get Samoa Joe versus Angle tonight.
Okay, speaking about that, we saw how Angle, who was it? The guy that he faced last week, the black kid.
Oh, yeah.
Gable? No.
Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, right?
Was it Crews? Yeah, okay, it was Crews. Look how winded he looked and how, I mean, I really want this guy to make it, till the end of this run. I really don't want to see this guy injured. And even with that match, for example, I thought it took a lot out of him, and I think it was evident. So against Samoa Joe, who can be very stiff, but he's very talented. But the thing is, though, he's also very rough, and I really don't want to see anything bad happen to Angle. I just wish they would maybe give him a few pushovers just to keep going until he can finish this off for WrestleMania, because I don't want to see anything bad happen to him.
I'm concerned about him.
He needs to be into the Hall of Fame when he's alive.
Yeah,
I hate this shit. No, seriously, I hate this shit. People are dead, and then let's finally let them in.
Yeah. Listen, I'm worried about Angle's heart, and after looking at him the other day, something ain't right. I hope he gets checked out, or gets evaluated or something. Something doesn't look right, because, and the reason why we say that is because a year and a half ago he didn't look like this. He was slower, yes, but he's downright. I mean, unless he's doing no cardio and all of a sudden jumping in there, then that's different. But he looks like he's gonna pass out and he's turning red. I don't know, man. He's blood circulation or something, man. Just check his heart. When a guy works that hard with his heart for so long, it's I'm a bit concerned about things.
When you do so much coke,
like what happened to Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, seriously, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle.
At least fucking Warrior got in there.
Yes.
What are those people all have in common? What is in the circle of all those people have in common? The big bubble of the situation. What do they have in common?
Drugs.
Are you talking about steroids?
Yes. They all use steroids, and they all did drugs at some point, and so that's the deal. Kids, don't do steroids, or your heart's gonna explode later on when you get older.
Don't do it.
When they're all really intense individuals.
Yeah, and being intense in the workouts, and you're pumping your heart faster and faster. Some people live a sedentary life. Outlive people who work that hard. That's why when you go, why did that guy have a heart attack or a stroke or whatever? And it's because your heart's gonna, if your heart beats 10 times faster than, or 10 times more, than the average person's heart.
Itself quicker, yeah.
Yeah, it's like slow and steady wins the race. It's like when you freeze something, you can unfreeze it and it's still alive. But if you burn something, it's not going to be alive when you try to melt it. It's burned. It's done. It's the same sort of theory. When you're slower, you might last a little bit longer. It's weird, although it is good to get exercise.
No, there was a quote from a doctor basically said that if you want to live longer, take a nap.
Yeah.
Don't work so hard, basically.
Yeah. Stay in shape and progressively be in shape and stuff like that. But yeah, if you go balls to the wall all the time, there's only, it's your body's like a car. If you take your car out and you start flying around everywhere, even if you do maintenance to your car all the time the way you're supposed to, the fact of the matter is,
that's a great analogy.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, you went 30 miles an hour faster than most people in a car over and over and over and over again. Shit breaks down. 646 is on the phone. What's up?
Yo, what up? What up, Joe Cronin?
What's up, man?
What's good, man? Suck a dick. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? You want me?
Yo,
all right, baby.
That's a great way to start a conversation.
Yo, you know who you look like?
Joe
Cronin, you know who you look like? The Jabba. You know the Jabba? The one that used to work for Carmella? That they fired him? What's his name?
James Ellsworth? James Ellsworth.
Yeah. You look just like him. You know who's me, right? I'm the hater. That I always
dude, I'm older than him. I'm older than him, so he looks like me.
No, you look like him. I'm the hater, remember? Yo, I'm gonna rap right now.
All right,
yo.
wrap it up. Let's see.
Yo, Joe Joe Cronin, I got gas that will blow up your fifth to your brain. I lift up your chain and I rock it like a boiler. My sniff be imported. You might see me in a 4-4 4 years before I hit the truck room floor. And I crash more broad than a coach of the flag team. Hey, yo, B, what you talk about? Fit blown to the black team. I smack y'all little niggas with the butter gun. Empty all 16s in your son and your mom's. It was good.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that was. I mean, maybe the end was. Yeah, that ending was pretty good, but
he's better than Keith.
Yo, y'all niggas. Yo. What's gonna happen tonight, man? I'm the hater. I'm the hater that I always calls and curse you out. I don't like Boston. Number one, I'm an Indian fan.
You're an
Indian.
Indian.
You gotta respect Indian fans.
Indians,
like Indian?
You know, and I'm an Indian
Elizabeth
fan. And
Warren
let me tell you
Indian.
something. I want to fight you in a one-on-one wrestling match.
yeah, you want to have.
I want to fight you one-on-one.
You want to have a fight,
in
or you want to have a
wrestling
match? You want to have a match? You want to have a fight?
I want to have whatever. If you want to have a fight, a match, a match. And let me tell you something,
Either
Grim.
way.
This goes out to you, Grim. you piece of fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
When I catch your ass, Grim, I'm gonna throw you straight to hell. Good night, Cronin.
All right. Good night, man.
Good go.
Man, I don't know. You might.
Why does he think Grim watches your show?
He does.
Grim does? Okay, I didn't know if he did or not.
Oh, wow.
Why does he think Grim watches your show?
Why would this guy watch your show, Joe? You're so garbage.
I mean,
No, I wasn't making it like because
I know, man. That's why I'm saying that joke, because it's not the truth. That's the whole purpose of jokes, is you say something that's not true, building on something, and it's funny.
Tommy. Yo, call the show again, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, every time you call my show, you fucking make my ears bleed. You a stupid bitch begging, you need someone to feed you something, because you can't even find a muffin. You can't provide for your family, son, suck it. Shut the fuck up, you fucking stupid ass troll. Kiss the fucking inside of my fucking asshole. You dumb motherfucker, yo, you called on your real number. I might as well dox your ass, have some fun. Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your brother, fuck your dad, fuck your mom. I searched up your phone number, son. It says that you're still living with your mom. Yo, I'm about to come in your fucking bomb. Yeah, I just fucking raped you. Yeah, you like the taste, so suck my goddamn dick, because you just been erased. You'll drop the N-word on my show, but you a fucking bitch and your mom's a fucking hoe. If I bought a gun and I shot everyone, I would leave you alive so I could torture you, son. Shut the fuck up and fucking kiss Joe Cronin's ass. I will sick Tommy NC on you really fast. Look at his stash. Look at his stash. Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't last, because really fast he would fucking tase you. He would fucking raise you. He would fucking break your fucking neck and fucking lay you. Yeah, he's gay, so you would take his dick. Yeah, my God, yo, it is so fucking thick. Yo, Freddie got fingered, but Tommy got ass. Oh my God, what are you doing putting on that glove? What the fuck are you doing putting on that glove, Tommy? No, don't put on the glove, Tommy. No, don't put on the glove. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's putting on the glove. I haven't seen this move since WrestleMania 7. This is incredible, folks. Tommy NC just pulled out the Freddy got fingered glove. What are you going to do with that, Tommy?
I'm gonna stick it up his ass and I'm gonna turn him out sideways.
Why? Because he's a troll, Tommy?
Yep, I cut up trolls.
Is he a troll, Tommy? Say it. Say
he's a troll. He's a fucking troll.
Say he's a troll. Say he has no life, Tommy. Say he's
We're
got no life.
We're gonna put you through a solid steel table every damn day of the week.
Yeah.
Yelling the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Keep it up. Tell me more. What else you gonna do, Tommy? What else you gonna do, Tommy?
We're gonna find the tallest building and we're gonna throw you ass down first and we're gonna hope you fall through the big metal pole.
We're gonna throw you ass down first.
Ass down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a new song. Yeah, it's a new song.
Yo, I'm in your nightmares, into the nightmares. You better run from me, cause I'm Tommy NC Kruger, coming for you in your nightmares, in your dreams.
Yeah, Tommy, you can ass down first. Yeah, he just fucked you ass down first. Yo, he has fucking ass baggers.
Yeah, he just threw you ass down first. Yeah, he just threw you ass down first. Even though he's got Asperger's, he will throw you fucking ass down first. Ass down first. He will throw you ass down first. He will throw you ass down first. He will throw you ass down first. Even though he's got Asperger's. Ass down first. Yo, he will throw you ass down first. Yo, my homie said to me that he wanted someone put down in the ground and they wanted them buried now. So I got my rope, got that fucker all choked. Yeah, we tied it up around his fucking pathetic throat and we fucking threw him down the stairwell and broke his neck. Made him say, yo, what the heck, yo, ass down first. Yo, he will throw you ass down first. And even though he has Asperger's, he will throw you.
The look of disdain on your face, Tommy, when he said Asperger's. It's like, what, people with autism and Asperger's don't like each other, or what?
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't have Asperger's.
I know, bro.
I'm high functioning autistic, but I don't have Asperger's.
Hello, is this mic on? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Dave.
No,
I'm sorry, that was a mess.
I couldn't believe you turned that into a song.
I'm pulling a JB.
I'll tell you
I
something
gotcha.
stupid. One time, I used to think that people had Asperger's. They actually had asses like burgers.
Oh my god.
Dude, I lost it when
somebody explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
When I heard you do the chorus, like fucking, he'll throw you down or ass down first because he has Asperger's. You turned it into a song so quickly. Like, it took me a minute to even just to wrap my mind around it. I was like, "Oh my god, here he goes."
Once he said ass down first, I was like, when you, dude, that's a T-shirt. When you said ass down first, I was
That
like,
was something, Tommy. That was like the damn don't do.
Yeah, that's something you damn don't do. Dude, didn't Tosh actually play that clip?
Yes, I think he.
Oh, thank God, because that dude, I was like, I was sending Tosh.0 so, when you were gonna be on Tosh. I was sending Tosh.0 like everything, like you got like this too. Check this out. They didn't look at anything, I don't think, but I forgot to send that one, and they actually just pulled it themselves. So I was like, dude, I was a huge mark for that. I was freaking out. I was like, this is great. Hey, listen, 804, you're on hold, or 860, something like that. You're on hold. Put you on in a second.
Party.
Tommy, you pooed yourself?
Tommy, you just poo yourself.
Yeah, he did earlier. He did a. I don't know if he really.
Tommy.
I didn't poo myself. I
Well,
farted.
it was gnarly. Let's just say.
It was.
You didn't check the stain
I was
mark,
gonna
though.
say something at the beginning of the show. I think one of the funniest things is watching you do is throwing yourself into a cardboard box. That was one of the funniest things.
So you are a sadist.
You are. Oh, Dave, he loves all the cutting in the horror movies too. I really think you might be a sadist, like for real.
I'm not a sadist.
Bry guy, thanks, Bry guy.
Remember,
like
there's a
pushing
difference
limits.
between sadist and Satanist, okay?
Yeah, you're just a sadist. You like sadomasochist.
Dude, if he really looked it up and stuff, he'd be like,
Pick
yes.
one wins, other two lose. Becky, Kofi, Rollins.
Pick one wins, two lose. I'm gonna say Becky wins and the other two lose. The men lose. The bad men win.
Super chat.
Angle versus Styles is tomorrow.
Oh. I'm such an idiot, dude. I'm a moron. You're right. Angle versus Styles is tomorrow, and tonight is Angle Joe. Okay, I'm dumb. I get it. I'm stupid.
Wow, so Angle has to do a match.
You snow nibbers shouldn't give so
seriously.
much attention to dumbasses and toxic fags. That ain't healthy.
You snow bunnies. Or
Dude, I haven't been watching, but
Snow
I think I
nibbers.
saw
Look,
Angle do a match like
Jesse,
a couple months ago.
Jesse, Danielle Mendez said you snow nibbers.
Snow nibbers? She gives so much attention to dumb. Oh.
That's true, man. I don't know, but it's just so fun, though. I don't know. But you're right.
I didn't see Kurt wrestle like recently, like you guys did, but I saw him like a couple months back on Raw. I forget who he was against. Might have been AJ. I don't know.
It's
But
gotten worse.
He looked so fucking tired. It was like it didn't look good. And he wrestled for like 25 minutes.
Well, he's gotten worse is the weird thing. Like, it's weird. You would think he'd be moving the other way. He's actually getting worse. That's what makes me think there's some kind of constriction or heart issue. Like, I really, like, I'm not joking. Like, this isn't me trying to be dramatic. I think, like, they should look at his heart now. Like, I mean, don't wait for something to happen. Like, actually, just for fucking preventative measures, look at it. And maybe they have. Maybe there's something we don't know.
I was just going to say, I would think that they do, and they are. Like,
but honestly, dude, he wouldn't be cleared if that was the case. Because the minute they see anything...
a problem, yeah.
Yeah, there's young wrestlers who get called into NXT for tryouts. They have to pass a medical test. And they're way more strict than ever before. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I'm convinced that every 100 tryouts or people that come down to try out in NXT, there's at least 3 people out of 100 that get pulled aside and they say, hey, you've got this medical issue going on that you don't even know about. Like, they have discovered...
Definitely.
Yeah, like, seriously, they have discovered so many ailments in people down in NXT that we don't even hear about. And I think some of it's been documented. Some of them, maybe somebody in the chat remembers a recent example of that. But... And by the way, that brings up a quick tie-in before I take this call to tell you guys out there that, you know, if we really cared, we have the technology right now to get pre-examined, if that makes any sense, or to be, like, body scanned so we can see what's wrong with ourselves. I wish that in the future the medical field would charge less when there's actually a problem, but maybe figured out a way to get everybody in the door for preventative medicine, because then if they could make more money doing that and get, like... Because right now, not a lot of people go in for a body scan just to see what's wrong. You know, like 2% of us do that. But if they could somehow get it to where, like, well, we go to doctor's visits every 6 months or a year. Yeah, but also we go into these body scans for like $300. Then they could really make a lot of money back in that.
$300? They'd charge more like $3,000.
Yeah, I know, but if you got everybody doing it, like, it would be like you could charge.
There's not enough money in keeping people healthy. That's why everything costs so much on purpose.
If they'd make it
but
so you could get veggies and shit instead of Taco Bell delivered, we'd be doing better.
Yeah, but here's where there could be money in it, because if the body scan places, all of a sudden, it went from 3% of the America goes there to like 40%, they'd make a shitload more profit. They could lower the price, and they would be still making tons of profit. Here's the
Does
other
that
thing,
also apply to the pharmaceutical industry?
Well, no, but what would happen is, potentially... you could get a discount for referral, and they could get a commission for referral.
What you're explaining is normal capitalism without the hidden hand that's involved. When we see drugs that are $9,000 a goddamn pill in the United States, when the same pill costs about $6 for the customer to buy in India,
Bullshit,
for, say, for example, a hepatitis cure, an actual cure for hepatitis, and in America it's $9,000, and there's, you know, a lot of people that have the money to pay for that, as opposed to India, which, although has, you know, over 1 billion people, doesn't have the ability. Like, there's a lot of poor people, so they don't have that ability to pay for that. By your logic and by normal capitalist logic, it should be lower in America, because there's more people who have that disposable money available to essentially lower the cost. No, we see the absolute opposite. That's essentially corporatism, where corporations are basically given authority over not only national security, which I think is what healthcare is. You know, if you've got a healthy population, you've got a happy population. But that's not profitable.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's not profitable. But, like, again, you could. But the body scan places could. They don't care about everybody else. They care about profit for themselves. So they could potentially, if they could get people in the door to where, like, they're solving and finding out all these things about people, they'll make money.
The phone hash says press 1 and leave VM. I can't get on hold.
Riff Reaper, I'm sorry about that, man. I think it's because the phone lines are just fucking jammed right now. Keep trying. Because if
Joe,
the phone
I understand
line's
what
free,
you're
you'll get
saying,
in.
but the thing is, though, that's just not the way it works when you've got, again, corporate welfare, for example, preferring certain companies over others. So
No, I know.
You're not going to see what we're normally going to see, which is a drop in price, because demand increases and supply increases. That's normally what's going to force a price to drop down in normal economics, but we're seeing the opposite. That's basically total collusion and interference, especially from lobbyist groups. So that's basically the definition of corporatism. Now, Why Society actually is mentioned. He says, tell Joe that WWE has changed Mustafa Ali to Just Ali. Really?
Oh, my God.
That's not necessary.
They're so annoying.
I don't think so.
They're so annoying, dude. Like, why? You can't say Mustafa Ali. We all say it. Ali. Now we say Ali. When I think Ali, I think Muhammad Ali.
Exactly.
It's actually really important that his name is Mustafa first, because Ali is, we all know, is Ali. Is Muhammad Ali.
It would have been better if they just named him Mustafa.
Yeah,
Why would we just call him Mufasa?
Maybe because Kama Mustafa?
That's a copyright from Disney.
Mufasa.
Mustafa, Kama Mustafa, right? Kama was originally Kama Mustafa, the Godfather.
True.
Then he became just Kama. So, I don't know. 860's on the phone. What's up?
Hey, Joe, how you doing? A couple of questions.
Sure.
Is it me, or does anyone else have a problem with Samoa Joe appearing on Raw tonight?
I do.
Yeah, I don't. They don't care about the brand,
the rosters, the brand split that they did.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about. Remember when?
I think it's pretty much over.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, but you remember when Vince came out a year and a half ago, or whatever it was, when he put Shane in charge of whatever, and then Stephanie, and Vince was like, "I want it to be like when you were kids, like cutthroat brutality." Like, he came out and said this. He came out and was like, "I want you to stab each other in the back. I want cutthroat brutality from the two of you. That's gonna make sure we get competition," and all this other stuff. Like, dude,
fuck your sister. Do it.
That's the third. That's the that's the third time Vince has come out and basically said he wants this intense whatever, and then it didn't happen. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Because Vince does this sometimes. I do it sometimes. You overhype something and you don't quite deliver the way people expect. Like, remember when, Vince McMahon was like, "I'm going to inject the WWF with a lethal dose of poison. The NWO." And then he brought the NWO in. And then you're like, "Oh my God, this is going to be insane. What is the NWO going to do?" And then basically, like, Steve Austin beat the shit out of Scott Hall. Hogan turned babyface, so that didn't matter. And Kevin Nash was left sitting there with a fucking potential broken knee soon. And so basically the NWO, "Oh my God, this lethal injection of poison, what are they going to do? Oh my God, the things are going to change." And basically they were decimated. Kind of yeah, they were decimated by Mania. Same thing, Vince comes in, "I want you and your sister, this cutthroat competition." And like, about a month into it, it was just like basically started watered down.
Oh, I wanted to add something about a previous donation. Tonight? Oh, sorry, the caller's still on. Sorry, go ahead. I'm
sorry, man. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go. I'm not going. I don't have tickets. I don't have the hookup anymore, and I'm just not going to be going, unfortunately. I wanted to go, but
okay. Yeah, I had to choose between Raw in Boston and Mohegan tomorrow, but I'm going to Mohegan instead. I think SmackDown's more enjoyable.
Oh shit, man! Maybe I'll go.
And plus, it's at the casino too.
No, dude, I forgot. I didn't know. I didn't even realize they were at Mohegan Sun tomorrow, dude. I want to go now. All of a sudden, shit, I might go to Mohegan Sun tomorrow because that is so.
Yeah, that's what I decided.
Dude, that's so fun to stay there, and then all this. I mean, oh man, you got me. I mean, WWE.
See if they got a couple, tickets left that are fucking cheap or something.
Well, I was able to do the show from my hotel room last time, but WWE gave me the hookup last time at Mohegan Sun, and that was fun, and that rhymes, son. I'm going to be going to Money in the Bank in Connecticut as well. So Money in the Bank, I'll be in Connecticut for Money in the Bank. Also, I will be in Rhode Island for FanFest in June. Look up FanFest in June. It's like FanFest 7, I think. The New England Hall of Fame is going to be there, too, the day before, inducting lots of local wrestlers and classic stars there. It's going to be a big show, so I'll be there. I have a booth at FanFest as well, so that's Rhode Island, so maybe I'll see you there, too. But, yeah, I think you made the right choice. I mean, Boston's going to be on fire tonight, but, where I used to live, I live 15 minutes from the building, basically. And now I live about an hour away, moving to this place, so it's kind of like more of a decision. And with what the kids are doing and everything tonight, I didn't want to do it. But have fun tonight, everybody in Boston. I'm sad that I'm not going to be there to hang out and see a bunch of people and stuff like that. So that sucks. But I'm still not even sure about WrestleMania the way things are going. But anything else you want to say, caller, before I let you go?
No, that's it. Thank you for the call. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, man. You too. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you. Come say hi to me if you see me. I mean, I always like to give people a hug or something, or a high five, or dump a beer on you or something.
Little ass touch.
Little ass touching, yeah.
But what I wanted to quickly add was one of the donations said to trust the talent. I also think the WWE should trust its fans.
Yeah, but you know what, too? I agree with you. I think they should trust the fans, but sometimes I think it's like they're fake catering to the fans, and then sometimes they are, but they need to, what they need to do is they need to trust the fans quicker. They don't need to go, okay, we heard this, and now we're going to start to move this way. No, like, move now. People want instant shit, like, nowadays. Everyone's...
I agree with the fan. Wait, I'm sorry, with what they said about the talent, though, because I think that you said earlier that these guys, it's like Bret Hart or it's like so-and-so, but it's not them. And I feel like the reason it's not them, or not to that caliber, is because back then they actually did trust the talent.
Right.
You know?
Hey, Tommy, you're sporting quite the alfalfa look.
What the hell's that?
Sorry, my bad.
Do you got any pickles, Tommy?
Huh?
I just put a photo in the chat, Joe, in the Skype chat.
Oh,
Tommy, you're sporting a alfalfa look. Did you know?
I saw that earlier. I put him on the screen. Actually, his hair was like sticking up. I was like, "What the hell is this?" Mohegan Sun, WWE.
My hair has a mind of its own. It decides it wants to go here or there. Sometimes.
Are you gonna?
You're almost Paul Bear in that picture.
Are you going to get cut soon, or are you going to grow it long? What do you plan?
I had it cut recently.
I know, but it grows fast. So are you going to like get it trimmed again? Are you going to do a different hairstyle for the summer? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'll just see how I let it grow out for a while, and then I just eventually, when people started saying, "Tommy, you need to get a haircut," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll see if I can."
You ever thought of cutting the sides very short and then leaving the top somewhat long?
I don't know. I just like the way I have my hair sometimes.
So you just like to trim it, basically. You just like to trim it down so it doesn't get too out of control, but it's the same sort of look that it would be naturally.
I kind of think, I don't know, sometimes I think I have that Ron Burgundy look.
Well, it's that or Leo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I get back in the day when I was 10, I said I look like Leo, but either one I look like Jack Black or Chris Farley without my mustache.
Whoa. Hey, you're looking pretty good a lot of times.
Would you ever use mustache wax?
No, I don't. I'm no natural.
Would you ever do that, though? Like to maintain your mustache?
I was talking to Hamza the other day, and I asked him, Hamza, do you think I should darken my mustache? Because sometimes my mustache is light, like dark, like lightish brown. And I'm like, and I asked him, I said, do you think I should get Just for Men, like darken my beard and my mustache and stuff like that? I ask him that sometimes, and like, I don't know if I should or not.
That's an interesting.
Speaking about Just
do a video. For Men, do a video about that. I was on
Twitter, and the other day Keemstar did a video talking to Logan Paul, and I guess he didn't do his beard. He looked like an old gray man. Like, oh my gosh! And I put in the comments, yeah, Just for Men, LOL. The next day, today he posts a picture of his beard, like full on black, and I just said, wow.
You're always just stalking Keemstar, man.
Keemstar is part of a...
I message everybody on... I message all sorts of people on Twitter, not just Keemstar.
Well, I know
Tommy, you know that Keemstar converted to Islam and he professed his love for ISIS? That's why he grew the beard. You didn't know that? It's a recent video.
I've never heard that.
He's actually declared war on PewDiePie.
Any decapitations?
PewDiePie in turn showed up in a video in a full Nazi regalia, basically doing a Heil Hitler. Can you hear about this?
Here's some money to go to SD tomorrow. Team up with Jake.
Wow, that is great, Bry Guy. Thank you, Bry Guy. The last time I was in Mohegan Sun was with Jake. We did a little bit of gambling. I mean, I gambled because WWE covered the deal. So, like, dude, I might... Bry Guy, you got me, man.
That would be cool to see both of you guys there.
I might do it, dude. Who in the chat's going to go to Mohegan Sun tomorrow? I'll go say hi to everybody tomorrow, and I wish I was in Boston tonight. It's not too late, man. I get the itch, man. But I'd have to cover the show on my phone, I guess, in the car afterwards or something. Like, I guess I could do that. I could set it up. I could
Well,
do
if
it.
you had the choice, or like, would you sound like you want to do tomorrow more than today, or do you want to?
SmackDown just sounds better.
Or you could do what Ice% does, a live IRL show, and have all your fans behind you that come to the show, and they can do the review with you, and you can ask them review questions and stuff like that outside of the show. Anybody that walks up to you, you could just be like, "What did you think of that show?" And like they're like, "Yeah, I loved it," and like, "Oh, it sucked." And
Oh,
like,
dude, I forget what I said last year at Mohegan Sun, but we were down in Mohegan Sun, and there was like 9 or 10 guys with championship belts, and they were all standing near the escalator in Mohegan Sun, and they all had the belts, like all of them. There was like 10 of them, and I forget what the fuck happened, but we walked by them, and I said something really funny, and I can't remember what it was now, but it was something along the lines of like, "Damn, everybody's a champion in your fucking family, huh?" And then it was something way funnier though. It was like really funny. I thought about it and was like, "Oh my god, I got to say that" as I walked past them, and then I did, and they all popped for it. And it was really funny. And I wish to God I could remember it now because you guys would think it's funny too.
You need your own film crew.
I wish
everybody's a winner in your family.
Well, I like Tommy's idea.
It was something like that.
It would take a little bit of like planning ahead of time, but
yeah, I know. I agree too. Anybody going?
Then you see Joe like try to go up to like Road Dogg and be like, "Hey, Road Dogg," and Road Dogg calls security.
Yeah, I would see him too because he'll be
Next
there.
thing you know, we see Joe get tased.
Road Dogg sends a private message. Do not confirm that I know you.
Yeah. Well, no, just go up as Joe Dog. You know.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine that.
Just make sure Bubba Ray ain't there.
He's not anymore. Devon's there though. It's me, Joe Dog. Are you going?
Does Road Dogg not like you anymore, Joe?
Not really. I think he's sick. I just think he's sick of me. Is all. I think he was like, I tried to help Joe out, and he still just won't shut up. Because what happened originally was he responded to my negative comments about the product, and then we started talking, and you know, Road Dogg. I used to DM with Road Dogg a lot. You know, I would say this to him or that to him. He'd say stuff back to me, and you know, and then plus WWE was looking at my stuff for a while, and so it was just cool. And then you know, whatever. And we did stuff, and I got to go to a lot of shows, if you remember, a couple years ago. And it was a lot of fun, man. For about a year and a half, it was a blast. And then, like, I think one day I said something to Road Dogg on Twitter that was like, "Why the fuck are you doing this or that?" And then he was just like, "God damn, you just won't stop, Joe." I basically shouldn't have been tweeting him like negative stuff because he just doesn't want to hear it.
Maybe it was how you did. I mean, if they can't take the little criticism, I mean, shit.
Well, I get it.
You're
man.
but you gotta remember where he's coming from is that he can't really sort of like most of Joe's tweets anyways because of the
it's not that
he does.
But it sounds more like Joe said something to him privately and he didn't, or was it privately or was it a public
No,
thing?
it was just the public videos. I think he was sick of like the criticism and everything. You know, maybe if I'd been better about it, like, "Hey, this was great. You know, Road Dogg, I really like all this stuff. But you know what? I'm noticing this and that. Like, what if you guys could change that around a little bit? You know, maybe he would be like, "Oh, I'd think about that. I get what you're saying." You know, it's like, and who am I anyway, dude? I was just saying shit on Twitter, venting. That's what I don't think. Like, I'm just venting on Twitter, and I think he took it personally. So I get it.
I get that, but your show's like a major part of it. I mean, it's not going to keep them in business, but your show is a major, like, you keep hardcore wrestling fans like going and interested in the product. It's like you kind of help them. So I would think they would kind of value what you say. But yeah, I think it's more like you said.
Well, I think they do because of what Road Dogg did, you know, helping Joe out and so forth and communicating with them and such. But, you know, I can kind of see it from Road Dogg's side as well that, he can't really be endorsing anyone publicly, you know, that is, you know, putting too much shade on the product, regardless if it deserves it or not. And that's the big thing. But you're not a Sam Roberts. You're not some guy who's just going to suck dick all the time and make yourself really look like the cuck that, you know, he is.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah, that's the thing is I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be like, "Oh, yeah, this was great tonight, everyone." Now, granted, I was doing
That's why your audience likes you, because you're honest about the product.
I was doing a little bit of that at the time where I was like, hey, we're here, guys, SmackDown, this is where to be. And, like, you know, I was doing some of the excitement about the product and stuff. I was doing that. But at the same time, you know, I remember tweeting also that, like, oh, I didn't like this. And I remember one night, it might have been Mohegan Sun last year or 2 years ago with me and Jake, where I think we gave it a 7 out of 10. And I think part of why was, I think the Usos and Gable and Jordan, like, had a really damn good match, and there was some other stuff that was okay. And I remember in the review I said, now we might be giving it a 7 out of 10 because we're having a really fun experience here, and the show was okay. If I was at home, maybe I would give this a 5 out of 10. And I remember callers and people were saying, I give it a 5 out of 10, I give it a 4 out of 10, some people gave it a 6, and we're giving it a 7. So I said I think we're a little warped by the fact that, you know, WWE gave us tickets, we're sitting here in awesome seats, you know, we got the whole experience. I was just having a drink with fucking Baron Corbin and Corey Graves, you know, like, and then I was just talking to people. So it's like all this stuff, and you bring it in, you're like, you're feeling good about everything. So that positive vibe, and then you get a good tag team match like we saw with the Usos. And the next thing is, you're out there like, hey, I love today, like 7 out of 10, you know, but maybe someone's sitting at home who's had a shitty day at work, and now they're sitting there watching SmackDown. You know,
it's similar to like when you get a call from someone who's been to the show, except even more because you were like hanging out with people and got hooked up. It's like you're gonna give it a better rating because you were there experiencing it.
Right.
You know?
Right. I think that's what it is, and that's why when callers call and they say like, oh, I thought it was great though. You know, I kind of just I give them. I don't go like, you're an idiot. You know, no, you were there, so you had a way different experience than me. You saw it live. It's a different thing. And you know what? I think that helps the live event too. Is we're all so used to staying home and not doing things anymore that when you do go out to WWE, it does seem probably even better than it should. Like, you know, imagine 98 or something. That would blow your head off. Like, but because you're doing something, you feel good, the endorphins or whatever in your brain, like you're feeling this sense of adventure and, you know, like you did something different today. It's all that stuff is adding up usually into a good time. And we got a caller, 267's on the phone. What's up, 267?
Hello, I'm a huge fan of your show.
Cool,
and
man.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Kevin Owens is going to screw Kofi at Mania? Because I don't know if you noticed, but when he did his talk show segment on SmackDown, he said that he was going to watch the match between him and Bryan at WrestleMania very closely. So do you think that they're going to turn Kevin Owens heel and cost Kofi Kingston the match at Mania?
You know, I have not heard that yet, and I do think that something messed up is going to happen at Mania, but I think that if something like that's going to happen, I feel like it's going to be, you know, like Luke Harper returning, because it's come out that they really want to make Daniel Bryan this really epic bad guy and this real crazy heel. So if they do that, they kind of take away from Daniel Bryan. So I don't think that is going to happen for that reason. They need to
take him to a slaughterhouse and let him inject the thing into the cow's head. And that's just instant best heel ever. Just
that concept actually makes me sick. I mean, I don't remember hearing what Joe said in regards to who he thought was going to win the title between Kofi and Bryan, but I personally would love to see Kofi Kingston win the title. But
I just want Kofi to win, man, too. But
I don't like that idea. It bothers me very much to consider that they would utilize that to so quickly turn Owens heel when I think that he could probably carry himself as a face quite well beyond WrestleMania. So I don't think it's necessary, and I don't want to see any interference whatsoever. I want this guy to win it fair and square and have a good run with it. And then, you know, Owens can do so many other different things that are enjoyable to watch. So I just don't want to see that. It actually bothers me to conceive that could be a possibility.
You know, I think I need a rental car if I go to Mohegan tomorrow. But I agree with you, Dave, on that point. I think I need to get a rental car if I go to... See, that's the thing. I'll probably stay at a hotel room, need a rental car, and need to buy a ticket. I am messaging some people to pull some strings, we'll see. But renting a car, you still can't get past that, so... I wonder how far the car rental place is here.
Is it free parking at least in Mohegan Springs?
I believe so, and I think they park at for you.
Oh, nice, valet.
Yeah, except I don't like, dude, I don't like that though.
No, I don't like nobody touching my vehicle.
I just don't, you know, it's not that. I just don't like waiting. You know, and I can remember leaving the arena the next day or later on that night. It took about, like, they give you like a waiting ticket.
Well, what do you expect?
Yeah, if it takes like an hour to get your car, those are the ones you
No,
don't want
I'll
to deal
park
with.
my fucking vehicle. Don't even look at my vehicle. I don't want the paint scratched.
It takes 45 minutes to get the car valeted. Yeah, to get your car back. Yeah.
Yeah, every time you see a car looks like yours, be like, oh shit, here it comes. Fuck.
I mean, I'll tweet the wrestling people and see what they say, and I'll text some people, but we'll see what's up. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll go. I'll let you know if I'm going.
I thought
for
that
sure.
caller was like Tommy. For me,
hey,
first came on, I was tripping out. I'm like, that sounds like Tommy. What the fuck? But I'm looking at Tommy.
No, but you didn't hear any buzzing of the phone.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
That's right. You should have heard lots
Hey,
of
many
buzzing.
people might mention that in the chat, and I noticed that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, Tommy, if I ever go to North Carolina, I will take your phone and I will snap it in half.
You touch my phone, I will rip that Canadian hair of yours, that long Canadian hair.
You haven't seen any photos of me recently because I cut that hair probably close to 2 years ago.
Okay, I'll take those glasses, yank them off your head, and then shove them so up your candy ass that you can taste them.
Damn, that's some reckless shit there.
You'll taste the lenses.
You will taste the
Tommy.
lenses. Hey, you guys take it away for a minute. I got to fix something. It's all on you guys.
All right, let's talk politics. No,
Oh, God, no.
we're not going to talk. No, we're not going to talk politics. But going back.
Hey, Rose,
to,
I have a question for you.
Proceed.
Have you ever been electrocuted accidentally?
Or on purpose. Sadist.
No to the latter, but to the former. Let me see. Have I been electrocuted? Maybe. I honestly don't remember. I did a lot of stupid shit when I was a kid. It's possible. Obviously, like if I was electrocuted and it scarred me enough, then I probably would have remembered it. So
because that's a shocking experience, you know.
I don't doubt it. I've had experience with people who've actually shocked themselves.
Fucking Christ!
You know, an actual power line, and well, not power lines, but as in something in the house, power line in the house, and it's a very scary experience to see someone basically seize up and suffocate.
Ooh.
And I mean, I guess some people might find it funny to zap themselves with the mosquito, zapper and such, but it's just not me. It's not my. I don't like to see. I don't like to see these videos, for example, where some skateboarder ends up just falling on a rail and crushing his balls. Like I don't even want to think about that sort of thing. I don't want to see that stuff. I'd rather watch videos of puppies and.
I've only been electrocuted a few.
Puppies and guns.
Jesus Christ! This fucking ring.
Yeah, unfortunately, with Joe away, the phone's gonna keep ringing until that caller stops. So stop calling, goddammit!
Well, no, I don't know why that started again. I haven't heard the Skype call ring.
No, it's just the recent update basically forced that sound to go back on. Now, one thing I've been looking into is that if you basically can access, and this is for people in the chat, if you can access the hidden files in your system for these sounds, you can basically replace the sound with whatever you want. You can essentially replace the sound with a blank.
With a blank thing, yeah, for silence.
Exactly, so that it doesn't even sound because it's going to force a sound to play anyways. You can just replace that file with one that doesn't make any noise, and don't have to deal with this sort of bullshit.
Yeah, that'd be.
Oh god, it's so.
Has there been an article recently that Brie Bella got released from WWE? I keep seeing stuff on Facebook.
I don't think so. I haven't seen anything about that. The chat would have definitely mentioned that.
Well, because I see this article right here on Facebook. I don't know if you can see it.
Fuck Facebook. We know it's fake news.
Okay. I keep seeing stuff about it.
Okay. Oh,
no, Tommy knows the score. Tommy knows that that it's basically fake. But here's the thing. I just looked it up. Now, this is the news that I'm seeing from Sky Sports, first website that pulled up. Nikki Bella, fuck you, Skype. I'm gonna just wait until that's done because there's a kernel of truth to what Tommy is saying right now, and I want to be able to explain it without this fucking noise going off.
Joe, come back!
We just need like
literally fucking elevator music.
You teach me.
Yeah, that's Why Society. That's okay. Why Society? I have no idea why your message just got removed. I saw that you write that, but okay, now
Unless
that fucking sound is done.
Himself.
Okay, so oh god, this is like the early episodes of Monetize This, where I would just get so pissed off with the fucking, donations coming in and shit. It's again, I'm a long-winded filibustering type of guy, and when I get interrupted, it bothers me.
I'm just pissed we can't control the fucking thing. And
yeah, seriously. Why does Skype not even let you do that? You think?
Yeah, we should be able on a group call. All
exactly.
of us. Because any of us can any of us can remove the other person out of here, but we can't answer the fucking
before the next call. Quickly, Nikki Bella confirms retirement from WWE after iconic 12-year career. So this is basically coming from Sky Sports News, SkySports.com. Basically, this released about 12 hours ago. Nikki Bella has revealed she has retired from the WWE after 12 years as an in-ring competitor. She's 35 years old, and there goes the fucking call again.
Motherfucker, Joe.
Joe taking a dump or something?
Hey, could be. Okay, you know what? When we find out whoever it is that's calling in, we're blacklisting them. JCS, that's it. You fucked up big time, motherfucker.
What?
Basically, whoever it is that's calling, we make a note of them, and Joe basically blocks them for life. That's it. If you're not fucking watching the stream and you keep calling, knowing that we can't do anything about it and annoying us about it, you know what? You should be blacklisted.
Or they know that that's the case and they're just doing it to troll.
Okay, well then they get troll points.
I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking of, because otherwise people know Joe can't answer, we can't answer, so there's no point to call.
True. Very good point. Fucking trolls. No, I mean,
it is the most opportune time to troll.
I will give you the points for that, Well played, troll. Well played.
I wish it would show us who's trying to call in. That
seriously.
Oh God.
I think at one point I changed my ringtone of Skype to something else, and you can make it sound cool. It could be anything you want. It could be music.
Fuck.
Seriously.
I hope Joe's listening to this, just like wiping his ass faster.
Yeah, he's probably laughing about it. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna take my time wiping my ass. Oh my God, I just fucking almost snorted my drink. I am slowly going crazy.
Did it just mute itself?
It stopped.
Oh, that was crazy.
I didn't go for the full run.
Like somebody just tried calling 19 times, and then on the 20th one, they just said, fuck it.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
There's somebody in the chat said it's probably Joe calling in to fuck with us.
If it's Joe, I'm getting the next flight to Boston. I'm going to see him at Mohegan Springs. Or whatever the fuck it's called. What kind of name is that even?
Dude, everyone's saying that about Joe. That's funny.
Everyone's saying what?
There's been non-stop calling, Joe, and
dude, it wouldn't stop
to control it. It's fucking just throwing us off. And you can't even continue a conversation.
I'm sorry about that.
It just became the whole bit for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I was talking to Leah about like what it would take for me to go to Mohegan Sun tomorrow and all these things, and I didn't realize I left the Skype volume on.
If the person who tried to call 19 times donated 19 times, you'd probably make it.
Yeah, I basically said this person should be blacklisted from your community. Because we're talking like basically we have no control. Stop calling.
No, it was a good calling.
Well, that's why they kept calling. Well, they're an unknown caller, so.
Oh, we know who that was.
Motherfuckers.
I don't know.
Nah, I could have been anyone though. I think because even the chat was digging it to an extent. So I could have even seen anyone in the chat just doing it, keep it going.
Yeah, like I was telling Jesse, it was like those first episodes of Monetize This where I start to talk and some donation comes in. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It got so yeah, the donations got so crazy that we had to like. I learned how to pause them the right way, and it got so much better then.
No, but those early days where you got the donations, and again, me talking a long time, and then something interrupts me, and just I pull the tummy.
It's probably it could have been anybody. There's so many people that call under the unknown caller thing that it's.
Tommy didn't even talk during that. Did it even bother you, Tommy? Or are you cool with that sort of thing? Like, just you could ignore that sort of petty little sound.
I just muted myself when I was looking at TikTok.
Ah. Hey, no, the guy clearly
your
has
honesty, Tommy.
No, he's got a good way of dealing with the, that sort of problem. He just went and did his own thing. But me, I was just like, stop
we couldn't get air for like 5 minutes. We needed to complain about it or something.
Have you ever been electrocuted accidentally?
Me?
Here we
Slightly. I was I was in a lot of bands, as you know, so like I was plugging in my special speaker that I had for my singing when I was in this band, and as I was plugging it in, my finger got jammed between the big fat block and then the silver piece that plugs into the wall, and my finger touched it as I plugged it in, and so as it went my whole arm completely went numb feeling and tickled, and I immediately took my hand off and and it took me a second to back up because I just froze with it, and I felt that whole tingling. Like, you'll never feel anything like that until you electrocute, but it only went to the top of my shoulder, and once I took I got my finger off of it and I backed up, and I was like, holy shit, man, I just electrocuted the shit out of myself. But I guess it
reminds me of like the other day we were rehearsing and the two guitar players, like, he touched the other guitar player's hand with like where his cord goes into his guitar, and the other guitarist was playing, and since he was touching the string with both his hands, just both of his hands just froze. He was just standing there. We were like, what happened? I just got electrocuted.
Jesus.
Like, oh my God. Wow. It's fucking a trip, dude. All that fucking the wiring and just amps everywhere. Somebody's going to get fucked up.
There is second row available for Mohegan Sun tomorrow. I can't even believe that.
What?
Second row.
There's second row on TV, like available for SmackDown tomorrow for 100.
Are they like heavy scalp pricing though?
I won't get those, but I'm just saying like they're 170.
That's not fucking bad. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
So
I was thinking it was gonna be like $600 or something or more.
Yeah, and I mean for
SummerSlam is in Toronto, you guys.
Dude, I paid $500
Joe,
for a fucking front row seat at a house show.
Or do you think Leah's gonna let you go?
Leah actually was thinking about driving me, but
she's like, get the fuck out of the house.
Get out of my house, you fuck. Well, she threw. I'm not even sure if she did, but I think she hates me, so I think she's happy to drive me away.
I can't believe, dude, the price on that. Like, honestly,
that's
I don't know
if price.
It's different when you're a married man or you're a single man. You could do whatever you want, but when you're married, it's like, oh, I have to let my other boss know.
Speaking from experience, how many weddings marriages you gone through?
No, none.
How many girlfriends have you had?
Smell your fingers.
He's had girlfriends.
Smell your fingers.
I dated a really tall chick, and then I dated a girl with like leg problems.
Oh, is that the giant?
I dated a girl over the phone once that lived in Tennessee, and
it's not really dating.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, come on, Tommy. I've been with Leah for 11 years, 12 years, and I mean, we got married last October. It's not like all of a sudden things changed because we got married. It's like we're the same thing.
Well,
He was already checking with his other
different
bosses.
relationships, different marriages.
Yeah, but you think for 11 years she didn't give a shit? Now because we got married in October, it's different. It's really not different at all. It's the same.
They were already married, man. It's like
she might hate me more now. I mean, that might be one thing. She might hate me more. I'll say that.
Joe, I tell you what. One time when I got electrocuted, I was in the Boy Scouts. And we were hanging out near this electrical fence, and all the Boy Scouts were
Did
like,
you pee on it?
Did you suck
all the Boy Scouts were like, okay, you're a man if you grab it for this amount of time. So
what?
They were bullying me. They basically
were blowing you?
me.
All I heard was Boy Scouts grab it.
And then I heard they were blowing me.
No, they were bullying.
I'm picturing really fucked up shit. This isn't good.
Oh, bullying you. I get it now. Okay.
Yeah, they were taunting me, peer pressuring me into grabbing the electrical fence.
Wow.
And I said, okay, I'll do it. And just to prove myself, I grabbed the fence, and the shock was like so much for me that I couldn't let go. And then eventually somebody had to grab me and throw me off of it because it was like there was so much electrical current going through my little body at that time.
Did you enjoy that experience?
No.
I think I know what would make Tommy come now.
Yeah.
I did have a situation where I swore for the very first time, and somebody hit me in the back, and I said, "Son of a motherfucker," or something. I said something, and my father. I thought no one heard me, and next thing I know, my dad grabs me by the back of my collar, and next thing I know, my dad is putting soap in my mouth and washing it out. He's like, "No, don't you ever swear, Tommy."
Oh my God. Hey, listen, we got ourselves an unknown caller on the phone.
Oh boy,
hello, unknown caller. Who could it be? What's up, man? How you doing?
What up, man? Hey, I'm asking Tommy a question right quick. How many continents?
Who's this? First of all, who's this?
Yeah, who is it?
Who this? Steelers Empire. You know who it is. Steelers Nation. You know what it is. Joe know. What's up, Joe?
What up, man?
No, I'm kind of retarded, but
It's Steelers Empire, man. What's going on?
You were the one that called 19
times,
times, were you? Were you the one that called 19 times?
No, I'm Steelers Empire. Steelers Empire 25. Joe be hating on Steelers.
Yeah, man. What's up? What do you got?
Because that's so funny, I'll let it pass. Continue, caller.
Joe, stop hating on the Steelers, man.
What's up, man? What do you want to talk about?
I said, well, you hate on the Steelers, man. Hey, what you think about the Patriots, though? You shot Gronk retired.
Oh, the Patriots and Gronk retiring? I mean, we expected it, so it's kind of like, I was hoping he'd stay for another year, but we knew he was going to retire either last year, this year, or next year, and so I just say, get out of the way.
You know what it is, right? This still is Empire. You see me?
Yeah, man, I know you. I love you, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's going on, man? Hey, Joe, bro, y'all hate the Steelers, man. Come on. You hate on the Steelers all the time.
I don't know what you just said because of the echo on your phone, but it sounded really cool, whatever you said. I don't know what you said, but it sounded wicked.
He says he doesn't know why you hate on the Steelers so much.
Oh, did he really say that?
I think so.
How the hell did you hear him?
I've been listening.
I'm a Patriots fan. What do you mean, how do I hate on the Steelers? The Steelers were the best team in the league when they had 6 Super Bowl wins. And I used to say, you guys heard me. I said it. Hey, listen, I don't like the Steelers because I'm a Patriots fan. And it goes all the way back to when the Steelers were saying they were going to the Super Bowl. Like, oh, we're playing the Patriots. We'll be at the Super Bowl. See you guys. And then we beat you guys. And, we were like, fuck you. So it goes back to that hate for me. But also, I used to say, hey, the Steelers are the best team in football. They got 6 Super Bowls. That's all that matters. And now the Patriots
sounds like Forrest Whitaker. Oh, my God.
What? I sound like Forrest Whitaker?
No, someone in the chat said that about the caller.
That guy sounded like Forrest Whitaker? Jesus. He sounded cool, whatever he was saying, and now I guess I know, but...
I was digging the call, though. It was funny. When Dave said, you're not the one who called 19 times,
every day.
No, man, I'm Steelers fan 25.
God love the show.
Nicky J, thanks for the donation, man. The Weed God. Thanks for the 420.
Smoke weed every day.
Everybody must smoke weed now because of Nicky if you have it. And it's legal in your area. It's legal in Massachusetts. I forget that. Now I just take it for granted. Like, oh, yeah, you just walk around. It's all good. Matt Hendricks, Matt the Misfit, I will put you on in a minute, man. I know you've been calling and everything. But I got another call real quick. 833 is on the phone.
Give me a fucking wrench, Joe. You've got
833.
Young Democrat there in the chat.
Dave is just itching to
okay, you're right. I
give
will
somebody
give
fucking...
Even if it's temporary. It's a day pass.
Joe, I hate to ask this.
What's that?
Would you play that segment for Mailbox Monday 34?
I hate to ask this, but will you play my video and everything? I will, Tommy. I will, though. Even though you're a beggar.
What was that? Like, what was the whole thing about that one again, Tommy?
He electrocuted himself, I think.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
oh, the bug zapper.
Oh, really?
But the expressions on my face are like classic.
Yeah, I will say, I kind of want to see that. I think it'll be funny.
You know, yeah, it's a bug zapper though. Yeah, I do want to see the you actually get electrocuted though, or whatever. Like I do want to see that.
It's like in fucking Home Alone 2. He's turned into a skeleton for like 3 seconds.
Oh man, I do want to see it. I gotta tell you. Let me go
Give me
to
that wrench, Joe. Give me the wrench. Give
on-
it to me.
I
need it.
Relax.
I need it. I want it.
Oh, I was trying to pull the fucking Dave Bautista thing.
I know.
You guys did a great job with that video, dude. A great job.
Listen, well, you just suck it up to me so you can get the mod. You're like,
no, just because
you,
of the
Joe.
fact that I was laughing my ass off when I saw that.
No, I had fun. No, the impressive.
Oh, derail, take care of it. You don't need to give me the wrench there.
Oh, I already did.
Oh, you already gave me the wrench. Okay, whatever. Either way.
The impressive thing to me with that video was that I did it in 50. I had 15 minutes to film all of it, edit it, and 3 minutes late to the Raw review, but we played that, so it was pretty fun to do that. Only trouble was I missed the last 20 minutes of Raw, but I just knew I was like, whatever. Jake saw Raw. It would have been funny if Jake was like, oh, you know, Joe, I missed the last 30 minutes of Raw. I was like, oh well, I guess the people calling can tell us if it's good or not. Moving on. What was it? Oh yeah, Tommy's video. That's what I was gonna say. Tommy's video. You said it's episode 34, Tommy?
Yeah, and I sent you the link.
Okay, you fucking self-centered piece of fuck. Let's play this.
Thanks.
How far into this does this happen?
It's not that doesn't take that long. It's like right near the beginning.
I just don't believe.
And plus, it's edited. You know, Hamza edited it and stuff. So there's jump cuts.
I just don't believe that it's that close into the beginning. Like we're 3 minutes in right now. I don't see it. You're playing with a tennis racket.
That's the bug zapper.
That's the bug zapper?
Yes.
Does it hurt? When do you do it?
I can't remember exactly when I do it, but I know I definitely get shocked in the video.
Oh yeah.
Fucking ow!
They added the effect later.
The buzz.
I think they added the sound later, but it's funny either way.
What the fuck is going on?
That's
here?
what happens when an ICP fan plays guitar.
This looks like it's like they've been up for like 4 days and they came up with something.
Look at Tommy like, what is this thing?
Ow! That hurt.
You put your mouth to it?
Bag, I've got the,
put your dick on it.
I was thinking the old school bug zap.
Ah! What the heck, man? I'm supposed to stick you with this thing after you.
That looks more like a sex paddle.
Stick you with this thing, huh?
Wow, I want to use
to stick you with it.
Imagine if I was like doing Leah. We're like drunk and I'm doing Leah, and all of a sudden I just put that on Leah. I don't know, or like anybody gets like you're doing your wife, or you know what I mean. You just whip that out and you do that to their feet.
You get the violet wand, Joe.
They don't see that coming,
dude. No, you just paused it on the perfect view. This is a sadist right here.
Yeah,
yeah. He's
Sorry,
looking
Tommy.
at that thing like.
Sorry, Tommy. It's just the truth. You like to see people in pain. That's the definition of a sadist.
No, I think he really does, though. This is not a joke. Like he does.
I like to see people in pain.
Look at the face. Look at that face.
Yeah, you're full of shit, Tommy.
It's sheer joy right there, Tommy.
Exactly. It's joy. It's not just satisfaction. It's joy.
And you talk about these horror movies and stuff. You can't deny it.
Don't feel bad, Tommy. We all have it in us. Everybody does. You know?
Yeah.
For certain instances.
Schadenfreude.
You've got a lot of it, though, in a weird way.
Man, what the heck? Where's the battery cover?
It's right here.
Where's the battery?
I don't know, like I remember like an old like.
Son of a gun. I'm gonna start getting you with this on a daily basis.
Girl giggle.
Wow, yeah, you are a girl.
Taking a nap at work. I'm coming up and I'm getting you.
Tom's doing? Trying to turn it up?
Take your man card.
Joe,
away.
that's a donation for me electrocuting myself with the
Jesse,
bug zapper, by the way.
Jesse, you already know that's foreplay.
Yeah, this is foreplay to some people.
Oh my god, fucking Tommy, you're starting to look like Brother Love in that video.
You are. You're turning red as shit, dude. Look at this. Look at how red you're turning. I love you. I think
you hurt.
Tommy would love.
I know who Brother Love is. I am not as red as Brother Love.
In that video, kind of looked that
He
way.
puts freaking makeup on, okay?
Get some sun, buddy.
You're getting there, man.
Did you break this when you
He's got it right behind him. Look at that fucking thing on the wall.
took it off?
Yeah, that's a badass sun up there.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure you didn't break this?
No, sir.
No, you're not sure you didn't break it?
Oh my god, you just spoke Arabic. Did you hear that?
You're not sure you didn't break it?
Akbar. You spoke
I didn't know
Arabic.
you were fluent in Arabic.
Akbar.
Come on. Come here, tough guy. Here, I'll play the guitar for Mailbox Monday.
Come here, tough guy.
Yeah, it has to touch. It probably has to touch skin for it to work.
The Elucto. Everyone should have one of these in their house to guard against Tommy NC 2010. If a Tommy NC 2010.
Why does Helms always do that, Tommy? Why is he always like the something?
Yeah.
It's like he's done that so many times.
You're looking at an ICP fan. He's a gang member. He's a gang member.
Charles is not a gang member.
No, he is technically.
Isn't he?
Not really. He's a hardworking.
Legally, he's a gang member.
Well, the law.
Or associated with them.
Exactly. That's the law,
He's not
dude.
one of those extreme fans. He's just a partial.
You know, he's not a hardcore gangbanger, but
Right.
sometimes he does some B&Es and shoots people in the head. That's fine, right?
Man, I wonder what the worst thing he's done is.
This video.
Yeah. Gang
I was
banger.
gonna say parked improperly, but that's funnier.
Give me a gang member.
Super Chat Party.
Dorian Moore, thanks for the donation.
I think you should do a part 2 of that, Tommy, and use one of those really old school bug zappers, the big black hanging ones.
Oh God.
And that's what I thought this was going to be. I think it would be even better because it's just.
Oh God, that would be awful, dude. Roman's on a different show, at least Dorian. That hopefully will not happen.
Kofi should win the belt and feed him to Roman. Ooh.
That'd be horrible. Jesse, can you hear these?
No.
No.
You guys can't hear them. That's why. All right. Why? Why the hell
The
does it
sound
happen?
again.
All right, let me put Matt the Misfit on the phone. Matt, can you hear everything?
Let's beast with Recon, bruh. Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Let's beast. Can you guys hear him now?
Yeah. I guess my.
I hear you now, but did you hear my question or?
No, I missed your question, Dave. What's up?
No, I was asking Matt.
Oh.
What's your question?
No, I just asked basically. You're the guy who's doing the graphic work, like cutting out Joe and making PNGs and stuff.
No, I don't do that stuff yet.
I'm
I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out.
That's another Matt then. Sorry, my apologies.
What are you talking about? Wait, what?
There was a Matt. There was somebody who was like, like you would mention something on a show and he'd like cut out an image of you and he'd show it to you on Twitter. And like you're like, yeah, that's great and stuff. And he was saying, I could make the background transparent. Must have been another Matt. Sorry.
Oh, dude, you're right. And I was supposed to use it. He was like, you better use this. And I was like, yeah, definitely, man. I forgot.
I just don't remember who that was. I'm sorry. I
don't either. If he's out there listening, I'm sorry, dude. I gotta fix that.
That graphic was great though. It was some sort of call center or something where you were like taking a call or.
So when I worked at Tweeter.
Yes.
Before Tweeter went out of business.
Tweeter.
Years of Tweeter.
Somebody.
What's up, Matt?
Yeah. So crazy announcements tonight from WWE.
Which one?
All of them.
Well, I agree.
I mean, the women's one we all knew was going to happen. I did not actually think the Hart Foundation were going in this year. I'm actually shocked that Bret Hart sharing the spotlight with Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Wait, what about Shawn Michaels? Say that again?
That the Hart Foundation are going into the Hall of Fame?
Right. I'm surprised, too, because you're kind of sharing the spotlight with them. We thought that wouldn't happen, but we also knew they were trying to do it, and originally they were announcing it, and then they couldn't because Martha Hart was like, no, I'll fucking sue you. and so now they had to decide to put them in without Owen. So.
Oh, you remember Mustafa Ali?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Now he's just Ali.
Yeah.
Wait, so they're doing it without Owen?
Yeah, because his widow still won't. Said she would sue them.
I fucking thought I heard that. Never mind. I thought I heard she fucking okayed it.
This might sound cynical, but Martha has to die first before that happens.
Yeah, basically, unfortunately. That's a sad thing.
But Joe and Angle should be good. Why are they getting this TNA hide all of a sudden for Angle?
What was that?
Where are they getting the TNA hide for Angle right now?
Why are they using them so much, or what?
No, I mean having all these TNA matches.
Probably for that reason, because he wants to have matches with his friends, like legit, like people that he was friends with.
If you're gonna do that next week, do Bobby Roode and Eric Young and call it a day there.
Call it a day.
Do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, I think that is what it is. They're like, who do you want to wrestle? Like, this is the end. Who do you want to wrestle? And I'm sure
there's an observation actually.
And there's a good chance they might actually change the Corbin match tonight.
Yeah, I could say that they could maybe change it tonight, but again, I still am not sure that they won't do that the night of WrestleMania, where all of a sudden, Cena shows up, and it could be a thing where Kurt Angle beats Corbin quickly, and then afterwards Corbin attacks him, and now Kurt Angle has won. Kurt Angle won his last match.
Get it, man. Here we go.
Oh, here comes donation.
Here we go. Oh,
Cheek Buster.
Joe, you gonna get MK11? Ronda Rousey voices Sonya Blade. But
Yeah.
if you lose as Sonya, she becomes locked for 2 years.
Are you joking? Is that serious? That's hilarious. Cheek Buster, thank you for the $5. And yes,
funny.
I will get Mortal Kombat 11. And again, back to my point, I do thank you for the donation, Cheek. All the donations support the show, so I appreciate that, guys. And I can tell Leah, I'm making money, Leah. I can't come up and help you. But no,
it's true.
But no, going back to the point of what I was saying was I do believe, Angle beats Corbin quickly at WrestleMania.
Right.
Corbin attacks him from behind, and John Cena comes out to, save him or whatever, and then they have a hug in the ring and raise Kurt Angle's hand.
Kenny, Joe, I'm gonna jump off, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, no problem, Tommy. Hey, listen, me and Tommy are gonna record Honestly episode 6, be up on Patreon at the end of the week. So, Tommy, you ready for Honestly?
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, show your nipples.
Do it.
Go ahead, show your nipples.
Do it, Tommy.
You said you were gonna do it. You said I'm gonna show my nipples tonight.
I never said I was gonna show my nipples.
What?
You just do it. It works great for Burt Kreischer. Come on.
Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna show my nipples. Howard Stern had naked hot women showing tits. I've got Tommy NC showing his baloney nipples.
There's plenty of videos on my channel with me and my shirt off.
Yeah,
all right, Tommy. Well, if this was Twitch, we'd be banned if you did that. Twitch would take you down for that.
Well, you have a great night, Joe, and
what the fuck are you doing right now? What is that? What does that mean? You're gonna kill yourself? Is that what that means? Like, what is this?
No, I don't know. I just did it as a hand gesture.
Fucking, have a good night. Fuck, like.
Throwing myself into insanity.
Tommy, when you're done, look up sadist.
Yeah, look up sadist. You really are starting.
Google, what does sadist mean?
Lots of pieces are starting to fall into place as far as you go.
I'll never forget. Like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, he told, maybe it was even sooner. He said something like, "Oh, Joe, could you imagine if somebody fell down the stairs, the way that they'd land on their neck or this or that?" I forget exactly what it was. He was going into such detail.
Yeah,
No, I guess I said what it would sound like. I threw you on a flight of stairs or something like that. I must have said.
Yeah,
hey,
it was
what about the other day that you said you wanted to take a chainsaw to somebody's head?
Wow!
Oh my god!
Yeah, that did happen. I gotta say, you are a Satanist. You are a sadist.
Satanist.
You might be a Satanist too.
Only you can prevent crucifixion.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Have a great night, guys.
Have a good night. They played my video. I'm sorry. I'll see you, Tommy. See you, man. Great. He was like, I got my video in there. Once I saw my video played, I'm leaving. What else, Matt? What else?
So the Ronda Rousey thing. Question: who's taking the L? Charlotte or Ronda?
I would say definitely not Charlotte.
Who's taking the D? That's what I want to know.
I had this really cool idea.
It
Why
should
don't
be
they just
Charlotte.
Both tap out.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I've got the D like Charlotte.
You're not the only one. I've heard some other people say like Becky taps out both, but I don't know, man. I don't see. You know, you almost worried Charlotte's gonna win, but it should be Charlotte losing because Charlotte's won so much that you don't need anything else. Like she's already won. She can lose. It's okay. She played the bad girl. She loses. It's all good. But I'm worried that they're actually going to give Charlotte the belt or something. And you know what? If Ronda stays, then Ronda's probably winning, maybe. But if Ronda's leaving,
I don't know. I have a really cool idea because the rumors of Shayna Baszler being called up.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is if they want to keep this whole thing going with her being away for a while, Becky wins the title. The next night on WrestleMania, Raw. She's celebrating. Shayna Baszler comes out. This is after she loses the NXT Women's title.
Yeah, there could be. I don't care about all that. I mean, to be honest, I I get that, and I know that people are looking forward to that stuff. Man, Matt, you're always interested in like the person coming up doing something.
No. I'm saying this makes sense for the story. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and maybe it does, but I just want a winner. I want to. I really do think Becky's going to win still, though, because they took the belt off her on purpose so she could win it back again, it feels like. If she doesn't win the belt, then none of that made sense. And then her winning the Rumble, like, they really kind of just...
Wait a minute. How is she going to win the Raw Women's title back when she never had it?
Well, they got rid of the SmackDown belt, is what I mean. They took the SmackDown belt off her because they didn't want a champion going in, obviously. But then she wins the Rumble, so it makes sense that she would win a title. So I don't know. It's... If she doesn't win though, it's kind of like what the fuck,
And how about this? This is actually crazy. Becky goes from, not a lot of people can say this either. You go from the pre-show of last year's WrestleMania to the main event of the following year. Not a lot of people can say that, but Becky can.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's kind of impressive if you ask me.
I think so too. Yeah. Dave, you've already made your mark now on people in the chat.
Why is that?
You blocked David Martinez. Why'd you block Dave Martinez?
He was talking shit about Jesse.
I know, but fuck him.
Okay, my bad. Let me restore that then. I don't know how to do that.
Great.
It's okay.
That was great.
It's okay. Well, he kind of talks shit about... He's kind of a troll. He's always been that way, though. What do you say about Jesse, though? Because was it bad?
Who's a troll?
Said, oh, look who's back. It's Jesse. Does that mean that he's going to shit? It was something along the lines like, does that mean he's going to shit on the audience and the viewers and donators and stuff?
Oh, well, that's kind of funny.
I didn't think he was, I didn't really think he was, I think it sounded like he just didn't know I was back.
And this is the problem when you give me the wrench.
See?
No,
that's
but
why.
it's all, I mean, I just told him.
Hey, I can admit I've got a problem, okay?
I just told him, hey,
I hope Gillette gets raped by a deformed retard and gives birth to retarded deformed faggot babies.
Oh my god.
Charlotte.
Oh my god.
And there goes Dave's wrench. Dickie Nos, thank you for the 316. I might have to take the wrench away from a couple other people too, because like I'm getting so many emails, and it's not the moderator's fault either. It's they're kind of doing the right thing. It's just
look, initially my intention was good because Young was in the chat.
That's true. It could be him.
Clearly, it went way quicker to my head than it should have. So
yeah, that guy. I don't think that guy was Young.
Okay, well, my bad.
Yeah, and by the way, for dumbass fucking retard SC Steve, Young has been listening to my show for a long time before anything else, so it's not like I'm silencing the guy randomly, you dumb. So thanks for listening to all my shows, though.
As far as like the moderators go, like it's usually if you fucking time people out a lot, like that usually sends the message instead of just blocking them right away. I don't know.
Oh, thank God, Joe, you took away the wrench.
I had to beg other people. I begged other people to take my wrench away. I had to beg at one point. I had to beg fucking. I had to beg Ken to take my wrench away because I was like, dude,
absolute power corrupt.
I don't know why it's so weird now, man. It wasn't weird like 3-4 years ago.
Evil.
Oh god, dude, Jesse, the people, the people around are just sick. They're sick, fucking weirdo people everywhere.
Well,
dude.
I mean, what I mean by it wasn't weird, meaning I knew who to block, and when I blocked them, they were people that needed to be blocked, and like nobody came to complain to you. That only happened with JD because he blocked everyone that said one word to him.
True, I was better than JD. I'll admit that.
Oh, you are. I mean, JD would block everybody, and like, dude, we'd be on out of nowhere, and he would just be blocking people, like blocking.
What I don't get is, what are people complaining about now? Who are people getting blocked that shouldn't be getting blocked?
I don't know. You know, some cases no, some cases yeah, but mostly no. Mostly most of the time, no. Like the mods do the right thing. It's just that, like, I have a low, like you have to be a fuckhead, like for me to like. You got to be. I don't know, man. You got to be like a real piece of garbage, like.
No, there's a definite line. It's like you have to be like ruining the show or just completely be fucked up.
Like or like if like there's been like trolls that have been trolls for like 7 months where they just write dumb shit, and I'm like, all right, whatever with that guy, I don't care. But then there's like people that just made the name and then they're right like N-word this and your mother and Joe's dead dad, haha, Joe's dead dad, haha, Joe's dead dad, haha.
Or they just try to bait the audience when the audience really is here to watch your show. Yeah, there's some shit talking and stuff, and that's fun. But like for the most part, you don't want to deal with somebody in the chat that's just trying to start shit with your viewers.
Right, but I just don't want to. I don't want to ban anyone really. I just want to have a good time and everybody have fun and. This is going to be good, and even if someone's fucking around, like, I don't, unless someone's, like, being a real, someone comes to me and is like, listen, this guy's doing this. But at the end of the day, when you start getting into that, what happens is, even though you're doing the right thing, then you just get messages forever, like, about every, like, and just fuck, no, I don't give a shit.
You've made videos of those.
Yeah.
Stop telling me you're blocked!
Yeah, people, fucking JD's people, JD's fans still come to me. Still come to me and they're like, Joe, can you you have JD's phone number? Can you get him to unblock me? I'm like, yeah, maybe I can get the sun to rise tomorrow too.
Hey, I haven't asked you to tell JD unblock me. Fuck him.
Yeah, you hear that, JD? The other day he made a post about cats, and dude, I was assaulted.
Bring that up too.
I was like fucking under attack for hours after that post because it didn't have anything to do with me. I haven't said anything about his cats in forever, and I hadn't said anything. But he put out some vague post about cats the other day, which we know why it's happening, because of Shane Dawson, you dumb fucking idiot. So he makes this post about his cats and how they're my loves and you guys are assholes, and everyone in the comments are like, oh, it's Cronin, it's Cronin. I didn't do anything with his cats. Nothing. I didn't say nothing about his fucking cats, you fucking nimrods. And this fucking guy who blocks everybody who disagrees with him, who are fans of his, like, fucking shut the fuck up, dude. You're posting about stuffed animals and cats. I didn't say shit about your cats. I didn't say anything about his cats. But a whole thread is Joe Cronin said it. I didn't say shit. He's literally talking about a troll who was tweeting him like, I hope you fuck your cats or something. And by the way, I didn't come up with this shit about his cats. I just read about it and then repeated it on air. So like, because he was under attack from these trolls about his cats. So I'm not the one who came up with the cats thing either. I'm the one who heard the rumor and then talked about it. So it's not my fault. And you know what? If you keep it up and keep attacking me about this guy's cats, I will go for his cats. I will fucking pray for their death. Okay? 412.
Your cats are evil anyway. So.
Pet me. I'm a fucking piece of shit. Cats are like my kids. They're like my kids. You have your kids. Cats are my kids. Yeah? Well, your kids are fucking assholes.
Let's breed with kittens, bruh.
412.
My kids hit the box.
412, you're on the phone. What's up?
That was gold, people.
Hey, what's going on, Joe? This is Jared in Pittsburgh. How you doing?
Hey, Jared. How you doing, man?
Good. I enjoy your stuff all the time. I watch your stuff most of the time. I mean, out of stuff like Out of Nowhere and all that good stuff. So keep up the good work. You're doing good there.
Thanks, man.
I will say this, however, when you talk about being out of touch, I think Vince McMahon is totally out of touch, and he better realize he better wake the fuck up tonight in Boston, however, and find a way to get this show back on the basically on the right path. Because I'll tell you right now, the last 3 or 4 weeks, I mean, even longer than that, he continues the same old WCW Vince Russo bullshit week after week after week, and hopefully the next 2 weeks he can right the ship and turn this around.
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope that Vince utilizes the Boston crowd. I mean, you're in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is usually a good crowd. Pittsburgh and Boston have become very similar. Like I said, half casual fans and half hardcore fans. So tonight in Boston, it should be a good show if Vince can utilize it. But if they just kind of do same as always, type of thing, I mean, they'll still get a decent reaction. So they may do more of the same because of that. But they got to start getting some hype going for WrestleMania. And I'm not talking about tweeting.
Seriously.
Tweeting the Hart Foundations in or tweeting this or that. No, you got to do something on the show that's like, shit, it's WrestleMania. Let's go. Because if you're listening to the fans, you know that everybody's saying it doesn't feel like WrestleMania. So whether you think that that's right or wrong, Vince needs to be like, no, damn it, we're going to show them tonight it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're 6. Vince is scared shitless and basically going to crap himself because he knows AEW went after him and all of his talent right now. That's why he's scared out of his mind.
I got to tell you, man, based on what I know about Vince, they're watching what AEW is doing. They are watching it, but I can tell you that they are not scared out of their pants.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. You can see that just from the corporate deals that he makes alone. He could literally like run a show with an empty stadium, still make money, and he would pat himself on the back for putting a good show on. That's the type of
looks at it like, aw, that's kind of cute. Or
what's kind of cute is when you have morons like Jeff Jarrett, the Hurricane, Dana Ward, all them coming back as your writing team. That's real cute. They're doing the same lame ass shit week after week. That's cute. Nice. I mean, come on. Like we said, they just got to get their shit together. I mean, the Hall of Fame list isn't too bad this year, but I mean, you got 3 guys who are 2-time Hall of Famers. They're still talking about one more name being to go. Could they announce next week that big headliner is Bam Bam Bigelow, or do they already have the headliner already in place now with the Hart Foundation announcement today?
DX is a headliner.
Yeah, I think DX is the big headliner, and I don't think Bam Bam could ever be.
They already do a celebrity? Or?
It's too soon after Bam Bam's death for them to get him in there.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to do
even King Kong Bundy. We're not going to see that guy in there for...
Bam Bam's been dead since 2007, though.
Yeah,
has he?
Bam Bam. Yes. Yeah, Bam Bam's been dead a while, dude. They're not going to put Bam Bam in a dead person in as the headliner.
Just not
the only way they'd put in the dead.
Sorry.
Yeah, they will not.
A little fuzzy.
They will not put a dead person in as the headliner. That just won't happen.
That's true.
The only way they do that is if you had
only if he's going to die a few days afterwards, right, Joe?
Yeah, that or Vince McMahon. You know, like Vince McMahon himself, if he died.
No, okay, if they had somebody who really knew then who was dead and could do an entire 30, 45 minutes on it and make it entertaining, then they would do it.
Oh my God,
Mr. T.
Perez in the chat. Perez, you're nailing it, dude. Perez. When me and Jake were at Mohegan Sun 2 years ago, the WrestleMania sign was behind us. He's dead on. He goes, at Mohegan Sun, you can almost touch the WrestleMania sign. He's dead right. And the thing is a huge metal fucking thing. And that thing falls, people are dead. Like if that thing falls.
How is that place?
Oh, it's small, dude. It is like major league small.
So that's why the tickets are cheaper. Okay, I'm getting it.
Well, I guess, but you would think they'd be more because they would fill up quicker. So
they're all a good seat, so there's not as much competition.
Right.
As far as like if every seat is a good seat, then what's the point of paying more?
Lewis, thank you so much for the donation, man. I appreciate that. My computer's slowing down because I just realized I was recording the show by accident, and I literally have no hard drive space left. So just bear with me while I try to delete this video. So my fucking computer doesn't crash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God, dude. This is so bad.
They were talking about Vince not being petty. I think he is, because now there's a report going around that next year for Tampa, he's trying to stop indie shows from happening.
Of course. No, I've heard that, too. And he is totally petty. He doesn't. Petty. It's hilarious. Was it last year?
I think he is scared. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing that.
He's not scared, but he's not
scared.
He's not blind, though. He's not blind, is what it is.
Exactly.
He's not really scared, but he's not blind. You know what? You know what's scaring him more, and maybe this adds to it a little bit. That I can give you some clarification. No, whatever. I mean, I don't think he thinks about that. But
no. I mean, like coming up with a wrestling show.
Well, yeah, if he watches what Triple H is doing in NXT, but he doesn't think that because he doesn't think his son-in-law is better. He thinks, well, if he was better, NXT would take over everything. NXT is still losing money and not making a huge profit, and they're not able to sell out the way that WWE is. And if they could, they would. If they got so crazy, they could probably do a pay-per-view every month or something like that, or more bigger shows. The house shows are the problem. They do these tiny little events, and even those don't always sell out. So Vince looks at that like, well, Triple H does house shows around the country, still they don't sell out, and they're in small little gyms. So, if NXT was so insane that they were selling big buildings everywhere, and they began to run arenas, like then it would be like, wow, like
or does it count when they do takeovers?
I think it counts, but not 100% because even takeovers recently haven't sold out. So you're
well, they're gonna test that in a few months with the San Jose show, because there isn't a pay-per-view that weekend. It's just a takeover.
Well, I think that that will do fine. That will still do okay. But what I mean is like a consistent show. Like
there are shows. I think that if they were doing consistent pay-per-views, from what I've seen, when I watch one of theirs, I don't even have to have watched the build-up or anything. I'm just entertained by really good wrestling.
Yeah, you know who should be worried about AEW is Triple H. NXT is.
For NXT, yeah.
That's the level.
That makes sense.
They're competing with that level at this point until AEW starts running every month and has a TV show, every week. Right now, really, it's just they're competing with NXT, and I think they will be a number 2. And dude, right now, my favorite product in all of wrestling is NXT. In all of wrestling, it's NXT. Because I get a nice little story that I can understand, and the wrestling, the pay-per-views are awesome, or the takeovers are awesome. The only thing NXT is missing is a real good weekly program. The weekly show is pretty good, but it's still, it's still kind of like, it's taped. There's all these weird commercials. It's never, the flow is always different. You never know if you're going to get a full show of action or if you're going to get 20 minutes of action and 40 minutes of plugs and quick little matches from somebody you don't see again.
But does it depend on on what days they can actually have the full sell?
Yeah.
For the show? For
the tapings?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I get that too, but create your own arena or something, or build something.
I mean, I watched the a panel that AEW did recently, and they were talking about who they would like from WWE to be in All Elite. And the Young Bucks had Owens and Candice LeRae, and then Omega was the New Day and Kairi Sane is what he said.
Wow. So, they're buddies with the New Day. They just love the New Day. And
I'm actually shocked they said Candice LeRae.
Well, why? Why is that? And they didn't say Johnny because they want her. They want her all to themselves. Hey, at WrestleMania, dude, if Luke Harper shows up to help Daniel Bryan, and then he's got a bigger crew with him, and Kofi loses, I mean, you're really setting up New Day and versus Daniel Bryan and the 2 Wyatts, or the whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, but they've already done the whole thing with the Wyatts and New Day stuff.
I know, but
there's
it's just somewhere I could see them doing it.
SmackDown after WrestleMania as well, so
yeah, I could see them doing it still though. I
still don't understand why they took him away from SmackDown.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I mean, probably to put him, if they're going to put him on his own again on Raw.
He was doing fantastic stuff on SmackDown, though.
Bray, I don't even remember what Bray did. He's been gone so long.
He did that awesome storyline with Randy Orton.
I don't remember it.
Which was the whole burning the Wyatts compound down and all that stuff.
I don't remember.
Bray Wyatt was the WWE champion, remember?
No. I barely remember his run, dude.
So that sucks. Everything runs together, and it's like you just can't remember because nothing's
really I honestly don't think. I remember thinking. I think I thought it wasn't that good, but that was just me. Maybe it was good though. I don't remember what I said about it.
It might have been because of the whole thing with Mania 33 and shit like that.
Maybe, yeah, because he did the worms in the ring. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, the build-up was great, but the match was just not that good.
Yeah, the match was a throwaway type of thing.
I blame Vince for ruining that push for that shitty Jinder Mahal stuff.
I thought it was I thought it was like okay. Like I don't know. I don't remember it being. Everything Wyatt does is like he has so much potential, and they don't quite utilize him.
He's a great talker too, which is sad too.
He's a good talker. If he's not repeating the same thing.
They brought him from NXT, and they
over
never
and over
used
again.
him right.
He had that breaks out match with Daniel Bryan, and then that match with the Shield, and then that was it.
Well, listen, I'm up against the time here, unfortunately, so I'm going to let everybody get out of here, and I'm going to close up here. And I will be back tonight after Raw to do my Raw review, no matter what.
Hopefully, none of us are dead after Raw.
Hopefully, we're not asleep after Raw. Yeah, but I want to thank Devious, Dave Rose, Matt the Misfit, and Jesse J and Tommy NC earlier. And everybody who tried to call, I'm sorry if I didn't get your phone call. I'll try to get you guys tonight. And that's it, man. I'm going to play the rest of the donations. And Dave and everybody, guys, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. And Jesse, I'll send you a dick pic.
Me on, bro. Cool.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm sorry we could have done probably 2 more hours, but I gotta go do something. Love you guys. All right, see you later. And I'm still here with you guys because I want to play these donations. Or maybe we don't have any more. Shit, we don't have any more. That was just wishful thinking for my bank account. Lewis Abstract, thanks for subbing to the channel. What's up, Lewis? And Riff Reaper, dude, I'm sorry that I couldn't figure it out a way to get you on the call earlier. Or whatever happened, man. We didn't get you through. Maybe send me an email or something. Tell me your number, or at least part of your number, and I can look for it, or the area code, and I'll make a decision to really look for it. I'll keep my eyes out, my eyes peeled for you. So, guys, hope you leave a like down below if you like this stream we did. We could talk about anything. On Anything Goes, I'll talk about anything. And if you missed Corrupted last week, dude, Corrupted is up right now. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes long. It is. I thought it was one of the funniest ones, in a while. But on top of it, we had a fucking crazy fight. Like, it was just a lot of fun. And so I do want to say thank you to everybody who became a patron over the week, up their Patreon. Thank you for that. WWEshop.com has given me a code, guys, 40% off. I'm putting it in the chat right now. I'm putting the link in the chat. Oh, it won't let me link you in the chat, so I'm putting it in the comments section down below. So in the comments section down below is the link, WWE Shop. Okay? WWE Shop. 40%. Don't forget to save. WWE Shop. There is the link. I just put it in there. If you guys use that... Sorry, I'm just waiting for this thing to go through. What is going on right now? Go! There it goes. Jesus, I couldn't get the goddamn thing to go through. All right, the link is down below. Just refresh your page, and it's in the comments down below. On this page. That is the link, 40% off of t-shirts. Party. Yo, Bry Guy, what's up?
Now you have a donation. Lol later, Joe.
Thanks, Bry Guy. God, thank God, man. I was hanging there. It was weird. It was awkward. I was like, we gotta play all these donations now. Oh, there aren't any. We had a lot earlier though, so thank you for that, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Obviously, you guys keep these shows going. You keep everything I do going. So yeah, check that link out below. Use my link to WWEshop.com. I want to thank WWE Shop for becoming a partner a couple of years ago, helping out. You guys are the balls. Hopefully that doesn't give you an error message like Elias is saying it's doing. It may be a U.S. link only. That may be a link that only works in the U.S. That could be why, Bry Guy or Elias, you're getting an error message. Possibly. I don't know. Let me see if it's working. That's taking me there. So you may be getting an error message because it's a U.S. link only. Possibly. I'm looking in the comments. I see it. I don't know if it's deleting it or if it's there or whatever else the case may be. I also want to thank all the associate producers. You can be, if you are a patron and you become a $25 patron a month, I put you in the associate producer category because you get access to everything on Patreon, obviously, but also you guys are the ones really funding the show hugely. So I want to thank the associate producers. I'll be giving you everybody who's a $25 or above patron a shout out tonight on Raw and SmackDown, and pretty much as I can. So Justin McNeil, thank you, sir. Gary Metzler, Mikey Two Crikey, BigBadAds, Jacob, who we saw in the chat earlier, Gerald Armstrong, Nicky J, Jabroni Jabber Podcast, Frog Kid, Ryan Pelletier, Steamy Wet Broccoli, Matt Gersey, Awonddy, Big M to Awonddy, and Coop the Comedian, who was in the chat earlier too. The Bear 1322, an OG, Broken Lion, he's a beast. Trey Hendrickson, one of the newer guys. What's up to Trey? And CJ Bradley is back. J.R. Ford III. Thank all of you guys for being $25 or above patrons. You guys are allowing me to keep doing the show, obviously. So thank you for that. And that being said, I'm just about ready to go. But I never like ending the show on just a big plug, because then in the future, you basically think, well, whenever Joe goes into the plugs for everybody, he just ends the show. So why would I sit around? Well, you sit around because I'm not going to end the show on the plug. I'm going to end the show with WWE news real quick. And then I got to get out of here. So I got about a minute, 60 seconds on the clock. WWE star informed of exciting news at Raw today. WrestleMania 35 main event reactions. Sasha Banks just got told exciting news. I'm jumping up and down in the locker room, says Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks back in her hometown of Boston where she was trained. Chaotic Wrestling, Killer Kowalski School, the New England School of Wrestling. I don't know what they call it now. It's something else. Big match set for Raw tonight. Another announcement. We talked about it. Kurt Angle against, I believe, Samoa Joe perhaps. This will be Angle's final opponent in the city of Boston. A farewell tour continues. So I'm very happy for Kurt Angle as far as that goes. And Eli Drake on the possibility of signing with WWE or AEW. Eli Drake is great on the mic, but then again, so isn't EC3, and he's used as a human friggin' mime in the back. So, you know, who the hell knows what the hell is going to happen back there. Ronda Rousey, news isn't that big, so I won't really talk about that. I don't care that much about that. And that's really just about it. That's about it, man. That's about everything I want to get into. Those last little tidbits for Raw night in Boston. I'll let you guys know if I end up going, and if I go to Mohegan Sun tomorrow, I'll let you know as well. But that's it. I'm really going to get out of here now. Shout out to the chat. Thank you very much. I don't know where Beefy Mario went. I missed that guy. I miss Beefy Mario. But I do have the link for the WWE shop, and yeah, you get 40% off t-shirts right now, 20% off WWE belts. I will tweet it out, and I don't know why it won't let me put it in the chat when I'm the chat leader. It says error. So I don't know why it's doing that for the links. But I will put it up on Twitter, and I will message it out in a post. So on YouTube, I will post it out now. I think it will let me post it out. WWE shop link. Link 40% off. There it is. I put it on a post on YouTube. I think it'll let me do that. Yeah, it did. It let me do it. So just check your feed right now, your sub feed, or go to my main page in the community tab, and you will see that I put out the post for the WWE shop. 40% off t-shirts. Use my link. You get an extra kicker on there. All the sales will be visible with the link. So there you go. Shout out to WWE shop. I'm really leaving this time, guys. I will see you tonight live after Raw and potentially during Raw if I decide to do a reaction stream. See you then. Real as fuck.
Yo, hands up, don't shoot. Oh my God, I just destroyed you. With all that I do, you're chasing clout too. How miserable is you? You talk tough, but that's all that you can do. You're so screwed when Joe Crow throws your dead body out the window, splattered to the floor. Should've not engaged. Now you're in rage, locked up in a cage. I'm free to tremble over you and make you my slave. You never get paid. You're so jealous of every cent that I've made. Misbehave, and now it's time for me to turn you into slave and fucking erase. I'm full of hate, I will erase. I'm full of hate, I will erase. I'm full of hate, I'll bash in your face. I'm full of hate, and I will erase. I'm full of hate. I'm full of hate. Made a mistake. I'm full of hate, I will erase. I'm full of hate, I will erase. I will erase.
A record-breaking 372 patrons are currently active, and a record-breaking 395 of you have become patrons this month on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you, guys. We get all the stuff on Patreon that we can't do on YouTube, and it has been a blast. This is the most successful month ever on Patreon, March 2019. That's 4 years on Patreon. This is the most successful month. There is the most inside information. There is the most backstage stuff, the most nasty shit that you can't get on YouTube, the most amount of podcasting and other materials that you can't get anywhere else, from the Corrupted podcast to Morning Madness to my podcast with my wife, Leah, and everything else we do. Final Frontier News, Bailey and Cronin, full episodes, so much shit to download, over 3,000 hours. There's so much crap on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for making Patreon a great place to be and a way to fund the show. I will see you guys tonight with more on Patreon as well and live here on this YouTube channel. I love me some Brother Love Pud. Special shout out to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard and Conrad for subbing to my channel and for sharing the information. Shout out to Something to Wrestle with, one of the best inside and entertaining podcasts ever as far as wrestling goes, because it comes from the man who sat by Vince McMahon for over 20 years, Bruce Prichard. My name is Joe Cronin. Hit me up on Twitter @CorruptedPod. Goodbye.